no titties in movies anymore, and we only see dicks. Hey, anybody notice this? Yes, I love titties. Big old titties.
I think that is a record for how late I've been ever. And I hope the chat realizes this, and I hope you're happy because you guys do this to me. Every time I see a message in the chat that says late and gay, I decide to grab the nearest penis and be as late as possible because that's what I do. What's up? We got Stef, the altar nerd, here today. So exciting. We planned this at one point, and then I forgot about it.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen. And I'm like, oh, shit. When is this supposed to happen? You're like, yeah, like last week. And I'm like, ooh, damn. I'm a bad host. I just didn't do it. But I'm glad
we got here in the end, though, mate. We got here in the end.
Yeah, you were in like New Zealand or some shit or somewhere. You were at some other place.
Possibly America or Italy.
Yeah, you were like out of the country, and I was like, what the hell? Come on, come back now. All right. You don't realize how big this show is, Steph. There's a whole 300 people. Wait.
And you were saying before the stream. So okay, so run this by me. If we get to 1,000 super chats, what drink do you do again? Because I've never heard of this before.
So it's a trailer park thing. So it's called Fight Milk, and it's just some milk, 2 eggs, and some alcohol. But if you don't drink alcohol, it's just two eggs and some milk.
And how big is the glass when you put it in?
It's like this, but it's like right here.
Dude, I need to see that. Do you gip? Like, do you gip or anything like that? Are you used to it or like?
Oh, I'm used to it, man. Dude, I've done it hundreds and hundreds of times.
I need to see that. Guys, can you do me a favor out here? So this is the first time that I've come onto Camelot's YouTube channel. Hopefully not the last, because he seems, from what speaking to him, he seems like a really, really lovely dude, right? We need to get to 1,000 because I need to see this happen with my own eyeballs for me. Because it's like, I'm going to be like, chug it, and then I'm going to be like, gip. Like, I want to see him throw up. So everyone, let's get to 1,000 because I want to see this happen.
What are you saying? Gape?
Gip. Okay, sorry. So we've got an English lass and an American lad here.
What the hell? Gip?
Sometimes I forget there is differences in our language. So gip means throw up.
Oh.
To throw up, to vomit. So yeah, we need to see him at least nearly, hopefully gip. Like, I want to see this. So guys, for me, send your super chats in. Let's get to 1,000. I want to see this live.
Let's get, boys. We're gipping tonight. Hell yeah!
I want to see if he gips. I need to see it.
Us Southern Americans have stuff like that, like Slobber Pocket. That's a good one.
Slobber Pocket?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds really fun. Does that mean it does? Slobber Pocket. It's like there's a slobber in my pocket, like a slobbering pocket. Like, that sounds fun.
I mean, it is. It's great. I think it's really fun, actually. But that's for another time. All right. So real quick.
No, please explain. It sounds like fun. It probably is fun. You need to please explain to the stupid English girl right now. Come on. Dude,
oh my God.
Can't leave me hanging.
What a great organic moment I didn't expect. So we're starting off great. We're 5 seconds into this. So a slobber pocket, just like Fight Milk, might make you gip depending on the person. All right. But for the layman that doesn't live in the southern states of the United States of America, a slobber pocket is a you can't call them this anymore, I don't think. It's the bonus hole.
It's a vagina. Piss off with the fucking bonus hole. No. I have a vagina. I do not have a bonus hole. Get bent, the lot of you. Are you kidding me?
The bonus hole.
And look, I'm all about inclusion. Don't get me wrong. But let's not start changing bits of my anatomy here, all right?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if anyone goes into my vagina, it's definitely a bonus for them. Then I grant you that, but it ain't a freaking bonus hole, okay?
You know what the situation makes me think of? Like how somebody came up with this, or how it would even come about in your mind, is if you're like hanging out with a person that you didn't realize had like a vagina, and then you slip the drawers off, and you're like, oh damn, it must be my lucky day. It's like a bonus hole. It's wow, what a bonus to this. I thought I was going to get a meat stick, but instead I got a slobber pocket. It all worked out.
So hang on a minute. So just rewind a little bit. So slobber pocket, just like walk it through. So it's a bonus hole. It's a vagina.
Yeah.
But why is it called a slobber pocket?
Because it sometimes, depending on the person, they're slobbery.
Oh yeah, they're like really, really wet.
Yeah, yeah. That's generally the idea, Steph.
Okay, fair enough. Sometimes that happens with me. Yeah.
Yep.
I've had it where I've had fanny farts.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could officially say that I've had a couple of slobber pockets personally. Yeah. Although, don't get it twisted. It ain't a freaking KFC bucket down there. I'm telling you that right now. You're definitely hitting the sides with me.
Oh my god.
Are you happy you invited me on, mate?
Yes, this is great. Real quick, let me get Billy Hatcher so he don't bitch at me for a super chat. Billy Hatcher! Borked with the first pink boy. What a beautiful man. When are you going to do that all-girl stream? Is it next week? Yes, it's next week. We need to keep the Naked Snake streak alive. Thank you so much, Billy Hatcher. We are up against the 190th Naked Snake today. A huge milestone, 10 away from 200. We have not missed Naked Snake in almost 2 years. Thanks for Outlaw 2 last stream for going ham as hell at the very end. We almost missed it. Thank you, buddy. And then I got to hit real quick. I saw Chrissy Mayer, who I was going to invite on my hot bitch stream because I think she's sexy. Anyways.
Yeah. Hey, if I were lesbian, I wouldn't say no.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Chrissy, she says, Camelot, that mustache just undid all your workouts. Okay, look. So here's my plan with the mustache. I was going to shave it, but I thought it would be cool, like contrast wise, to clean shave for like a couple days and then just keep the over the top mustache. So it's like I'm an old Western man. And then like a bunch of girls DM me off like on Snapchat, on Twitter, and they're like, you better not shave your mustache. And I'm like, what? Now I'm like conflicted. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Don't shave it.
See, Chrissy, what do? I don't know what to do.
Don't shave it.
Dude.
No.
I had a girl message me the other day and she's like, bro, like, please don't shave your mustache. I would climb on top of your face right now. And I'm like, is this attractive? I didn't think it was sexy, but thank you, Chrissy. See, we have Steph disagrees with you. There you go. Derek Huda, I love you. Bring back the beard. Speaking of the devil, I appreciate you. Patrick T. Bork says, Hork, Ralph, Boot, Chuck, barf, spew, barf equals gip. Thank you. Fire PA, I hear bonus hole. I think bonus zones. Exactly, dude.
Yes.
Squid, let's get the fight milk. How you doing, Squid? I feel like I haven't seen you forever. Xander says you finally got Steph on. Now get her on Nick's show. That can happen. It's easy. Because Nick will be like, hey man, just invite people on. And I'm like, okay. That's what I do. Sniper's Nest says for Steph. Thank you, Sniper.
Yes, we need to get to 1,000. I need to see this for myself, this fight milk situation. I need to see it.
We're already 10% there. Wadrido. Now that's a stash right there. Thank you, my friend. I love you, Wadrido. Mistress Meg, I appreciate you. Jesus, I appreciate you. And Street Bike Guy, last one, says you are the only woman to make Cody blush. Did I blush? Shit, I don't even realize it.
Did you blush?
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Dude, I'll break your shape tape.
All right. Anyways, so yeah. Yep. Is there any other cool? You sound Scottish as hell. You're Scottish, right?
I'm not Scottish. Piss off.
What the
No,
fuck?
I'm English. I am. Yeah. Although you are not the first person to think that I was Scottish. Like,
you sound just like Merida from Brave. And her mom's a bear, and you're like, "Oh, mom, you bear." That's you. That's you right now.
Yeah, that's probably not a great kind of.
You sound just like that. Now look, I can't tell.
That's not a great standard to be like, yeah, that's what Scottish people sound like. Like, no way. No, I'm from England. I'm from the north of England. I'm from Yorkshire. I'm a Yorkshire lass.
That's close to where Christian Bale's from, right? He's from Wales, right?
No.
What?
That's not close from where Christian Bale
I don't
is.
know nothing about. Look, okay, if you
You've got Yorkshire, you've got Wales.
Yeah, so it's like
You've got Yorkshire,
yeah,
you got Scotland. Like
that makes sense. Yeah, so like, and there's like Tennessee, and then like that's Tennessee's like real redneck, and then it's like Alabama, which somehow is less redneck. It's really weird how that works, and they're above our asses, right? So it's yeah, there's nuance, right? There's a lot of nuances in the redneck lifestyle, but people that are not used to anybody from the South where I am, everybody says I'm just Danny McBride. They're like, you remind me of Danny McBride. And I'm like, he's not even a real South guy. He's a fake South guy that leans into the Southness. All right. I was molded by that shit. I grew up in a trailer that blew over when the wind freaking blew. Okay. It's great. So yeah, that's the difference. So
well, the issue that I have with, you know, a few Americans, let's say, because a lot of you guys seem to be quite used to being it by now, but a few Americans is that everyone that comes out of England that you guys know of speak like posh twats. They're all from South. I mean, I love them, don't get me wrong. And I wouldn't say no to a piece of ass like, you know, Benedict Cumberbatch and Tom Hiddleston.
Agreed.
But they're, right? Yeah. But they're very much like, ooh la la, I'm going to talk like this and be very posh and be very like, ooh. Yeah. No, I'm not like that. No.
They sound like they play chess.
And I play chess,
and enjoy it.
They sound like they play chess whilst drinking a bottle of Pimm's or something with strawberries and cream on freaking Wimbledon's centre court or something. You know what I mean? Like that posh. Or with IT with freaking King.
Yeah, I prefer like the your accent. It sounds like real, like a real like slamming whiskey, don't give a fuck accent. Where everybody sounds like they should be there. They should still be in like wigs and like and shit, and be like, oh no, yeah, it's quiet. I'm like, what? No,
silver spoons up the backsides. I'm telling you, yeah, totally. And I don't like anything up the backside. No way.
Would you
tried it once? No amount of KY jelly will ever persuade me to go anal again. Screw you all.
Now look, I'm not about that life. And from the guy perspective, like I'm not about like
no judgment.
I feel like the slobber
You've
pocket.
Got the mustache. All I'm saying is Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, dude. Slobber pocket's good for me. That's all I need. But every now and then, just like the tip of the thumb. You know? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the tip. Yeah. See, okay, cool.
No. Okay. So, no tip of the thumb for me, but I get where you're coming from because ain't like the male G-spot up the backside anyway.
Yeah. But also, okay, look, this is a little raunchy. But I've ran into a lot of situations, okay? And every girl that I ever attempted the thumb on, just the tip, you know, whilst, you know, giving them the back beans, out of this world every time. They're just like, oh my God, I can't believe this.
If you got your thumb anywhere near my anal hole, you would not be alive.
Could you imagine?
Consider my anal hole a freaking Venus flytrap that will chop your nuts off if you ever even try to go near.
Anal
no
hole.
Thanks.
I don't know why. The phrase anal hole sounds so funny. Anal hole.
Anal hole, yes.
Just the tip, Master Lions. Woo! My man with a $50 super chat. Welcome back from Italy. Love. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Master Lions. I love you. I appreciate you. You're goated as hell. Your PP is massive. Thank you so much. Another pink boy, the second one already today.
Yes.
Hard as hell. Slack lust. Steph, ask him to show it. What, the Goomba?
No. What's the Goomba? Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. Where are we at the moment for the super chats at this stage?
Oh, almost a fifth of the way.
A fifth of the way, so nearly 200.
Yeah.
Okay, so once we get to 200, can you explain me what the Goomba is?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Slugger.
Guys, you need to super chat
for the Goomba goal.
Camelot can explain to me what the Goomba is. And depending on what the Goomba is, I might do it too.
This is great.
Might. I didn't say might. It depends, okay?
I mean, I'm not against it. Not against it. Okay. X-Wing says, I have to go start my live stream, but my mustache pisses me off because it's beautiful. Thank you, X-Wing. I appreciate it. That's like 4 against 1 now for Chrissy. Okay. Maybe she
better mustache than mine.
She has bad taste, I think is what it is. Thank you, X-Wing. I love you. That's what it is. Then we got, dude, it's duck sauce. Cody, she is from where Hill versus Babyface is from. I don't really. He doesn't sound as Merida if sounding to me.
If I'm not mistaken, and please forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think he's from South Yorkshire.
Is Yorkshire big enough to where people sound completely different depending on which side they're on?
Yes.
That's wild, man.
It's actually the biggest county in England. You've got South Yorkshire, you've got West Yorkshire, you've got North Yorkshire, and then if you're going to count Old Money, East Riding.
Well, damn. Yeah, there's like in Alabama, there's like Birmingham and Huntsville and Montgomery. And it's, I don't know how big Alabama is compared to, what is it? So is the United Kingdom? Is that what it is? Like that's the whole area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The United Kingdom is England, Ireland, Scotland. Sorry, England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. Apologies.
Yeah. Kingdom, square miles. It is 94,000 square miles. And okay, so it's about 30% larger than my state of Alabama.
Okay.
It's a little bit large. So it's about the same. So if I went to Montgomery, that's like you going to Wales or something. No, that's north, right? Wait. I'm
north, Wales is south.
Okay, so yeah, you go to Montgomery, or me going to Montgomery is like you going to Wales.
Okay.
But people sound the same in Montgomery. That's like to me.
Yeah, people in Wales sound very different. They're very Welsh. Of course.
They're very Welsh.
Yeah.
I'm just me. Thank you, baby. Kyle Bacall, what's up? Welcome back, my friend. I love you. Gotcha Son says 2 for the Goomba. I'm glad it's spreading. Thank you, Slaglust and Gotcha Son. Tim France says, oi, for Fight Milk, Naked Snake, the Goomba, and Yorkshire.
Yes, Yorkshire represents. Love it.
Is it looked okay? So here's the situation. In my country, it is extremely, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just popular media and corporations and everything that kind of runs any, I guess website or any social media. It is extremely looked down upon to be patriotic in my country. For some reason, is it looked down upon to be patriotic in your country?
Hell no.
Why is that? Why is it like that here?
It was only like a couple of months ago that we were like the most patriotic ever with the coronation of King Charles and Queen Camilla. Like, oh no, we are very much like, we'll put out the bunting, we'll put out the flags, we'll have tea parties, street parties, all that lot for being British. Absolutely. And my whole channel, in a way, is very patriotic in the sense of I am a royalist. I'm very much for the royal family. And that's wild.
That's wild. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what that is about here. Like, if you're patriotic, I feel like it's synonymous with nationalists, where you like don't want anybody else in your country, which doesn't make any sense because, like, one of my best boys is like the most over the top Mexican dude that exists, and he is so patriotic. He has like American flag shit on all the time, and he's like, "Let's go, yes!" Like he's like, "Oh, yeah," he loves that shit. So I don't know. It's weird.
Do you think like it's the fucking woke brigade where it's a case of if you're patriotic, it only means one thing: you're far right, you're freaking nuts, you want to, I don't know, get a gun and do crazy stuff and that kind of thing. The issue with the woke brigade is that there is no nuance with these dumbasses, right? They only think in absolutes, and there's no middle ground with these dickheads. So screw them. Be as patriotic, be as patriotic as you want to be.
Yeah,
as long as you're not fucking being absolute dickhead, then
they see everything in extreme.
Be proud of your country.
Dude, I am, and it's like everything is black and white here. So like, I can just say a single phrase, right? And in popular media, especially on social media, I can just be like, hey, I don't really mind what you do as long as you don't bring children into the conversation. And then suddenly that means I'm far right. I saw somebody on Twitter, or somebody commented on some page that I had appeared on. I was on a podcast, I don't know, a month ago. And there was a person in the comments that called me an alt-right, like extremist. And the only reason is because I said I don't think children should be included in a lot of the social shit that's being talked about. That's it. That's it. I have like libertarian ideas when it comes to taxes. I don't want to pay taxes ever again. I think they're garbage. I just don't want to do it. I like money. Stop taking my money. And like, that's pretty much it, right? And people think I'm just alt right because of it, for that one viewpoint, which is wild to me. To be fair, now I do have a lot of guns. I love guns.
Fine.
Guns are cool, right?
Fine.
You can't have guns, right?
Yes.
You can. Bet.
Yeah.
Rock on. That's way cooler.
But you have to jump through a lot of loopholes to get. Let's say loopholes. You got to jump through a lot of legal holes to get to it. But yeah, so he who shall not be named, a certain X, does have a full firearms and shotgun license. But you're very much heavily regulated in terms of how much ammo you're allowed to have, what calibers you're allowed to have. There's a certain level where beyond it, unless you've got a damn good enough reason, you're not getting that caliber.
Yeah.
You're only allowed this is a thing that's really strange though in our country. For a shotgun license, essentially you can have as many shotguns as you want, and the police authority is absolutely fine with that. When it comes to the firearms, so we're talking rifles, handguns, this, that, and the other, you're only allowed so many depending on your application. And with handguns, they have to be a certain length. They cannot be concealable whatsoever. So, for example, you'll have, let's say, I don't know, a 2.2 handgun, right?
Yeah.
Easily concealable. Oh no, in this country you have to have at the bottom of the handle like a big massive like iron pole that comes out,
Right.
so that it can't be concealed.
That's wild. And the weird thing is the semantics. It's like you can't have a certain caliber. It's like a 22 caliber, like a 22 LR will kill somebody if you shoot them in the face just as much as a 50 caliber will. Like, I don't understand the point. Like, it's weird.
I know, really weird, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, and at one point, like, you could, let's say, for example, because this has happened, he went in for a variation, which is a variation can mean one or two things. It could mean that he wants to change something on his ticket, or he wants to add, let's say, a new firearm, right?
Yeah.
They'll review everything, and then they'll turn around and they'll be like, even though we give you permission to have all this, we don't think you should have it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's
and they'll try and take shit away.
Yeah, exactly. So I can conflate that with something that's going on here. There's this you've definitely heard of this. So there's a firearm in our country called the AR-15. And it's basically
we had a lot of that over there, no way.
Yeah, it's quite literally just a rifle that looks like a military rifle, but it's a single fire rifle. It's 223 caliber, which is the same as a 22 LR, like very similar, little bitch, but it has a lot more ass juice on it. So when it like the freaking casing's like this big, and it's got the little bitty. So there's politicians in this country that wants it outlawed, and the reason they want it outlawed is because it looks scary. There's other guns that look like hunting rifles that do the exact same thing, but they're not trying to outlaw those, and they're only trying to outlaw one specific gun, and that's the AR-15. And they call it an assault rifle because a lot of dumbass people in this country, they attribute the AR and AR-15 to assault rifle, and it actually stands for Armalite rifle. It has nothing to do with that. And any rifle does the same thing. Even arguably pistols do the same shit as the AR-15, and when it comes to single shot. And it's just more accurate. And they're like, we need to ban this one gun. And they're always saying something to the nature of, we need to ban assault weapons. Assault weapons were banned in 1986 in our country. But they just keep saying it because, like, political theater is the only thing that pretty much entertains people nowadays. It's just political theater, man. That's all it is. It's just watching. It's like a football game on TV. But unfortunately, people can't treat it like a football game, right? So if my favorite football team loses, which I don't even watch football, but if my favorite football team lost, I'd be like, oh, that sucks. Okay, whatever. But people treat politics in this country like if their team loses, they want to kill people in the streets. It's wild. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. America's a little bit nuts when it comes to, again, polarization.
Yeah.
You're either with me or against me. There's no let's agree to disagree. It's extremely scary over there at the moment in the state of play. And in all honesty, if you're going to talk political theater, what the fuck is going on with your president? He came to visit us, right?
He's so old.
He visited our king. Oh my goodness. I was highly angered and offended with how he was with our king. Like, he absolutely disrespected our culture with how he was with our king and everything. And he should have been absolutely put over the coals in the media for it. But somehow the media protect him.
They always do. They protect the hell out of him. And it's because...
Dude's suffering from Alzheimer's. Guys, wake the shit up.
That dude's gone. He has no idea where he is. And it's the unfortunate truth is, for some odd reason, especially in this country, every single corporation, every single media company, every single sports team, every single celebrity, and every single brand of alcohol apparently agree with each other when it comes to political and social views for whatever reason, as if we even need to know what they are at this point. But then people come out like celebrities and they claim they're going against the grain, and then they just agree with all those people. And the people in this country that think they are being edgy by saying something like F Trump, they think they're like, yeah, I'm going to go against the grain. It's like, dude, everybody, literally every organization and highly paid media company agrees with you. You're not going against the grain. What are you doing,
not going
man?
against shit.
You're not going against, that's the safest thing you could say. That's like me saying, I love oxygen. Holy shit. What a crazy take. Can't believe it. That's basically where we're at. And like you said, with polarization, I could say right now, I could say, love is love, trans rights, protect trans children. I'm pro-choice. I could say all these things across the board. And then I could say, but I think voter ID laws should be a thing. And that makes me far right immediately. It's crazy. And I don't believe any of that shit already. But it's funny how, like you said, if you even disagree, if you are on the same side with somebody and you disagree about a certain minute point on that side, you get cast in the fucking coals. Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's speaking of getting cast in the coals, Wookie be bad. Oh my God, he's on fire. More mortgage payment. Any chance on Asmon Gold as a guest? Dude, spam him on Twitter. I have emailed him, but that dude's got a lot of subs, man. Thank you. We did get Ackman on last show, and he has like 2 million, and we had Donut, and he has like 5 million. So they're good people, but they're my friends in real life, so I can't really. I'm kind of just blowing out my ass. And speaking of blowing out my ass, Master Lions.
Yeah.
Yup, blow. And to you, Camelot 331, thank you so much. I am drinking wild turkey today, by the way. So we have to explain.
I think we've crossed the 200 mark by now. So you need to explain to me what a Goomba is. So
on a stream about 10 shows ago or 20 shows ago now, this show seems young, but it's almost 7 months old now. But I had Nina Infinity on. I don't know if you know who she is, but so I had her on, and I was drunk, and she was asking me to describe what my penis looks like, because I guess that's what the conversation was about. I don't know.
Okay.
And I was like, well, it's small, and but the head of it's really big for some reason. And she's like, oh, so it looks like a Goomba. And I'm like, yeah. And then ever since then, like every single show, there's a multiple super chats that mention the Goomba. And then on Twitter, I see it like 5 times a day. And it wasn't supposed to be a thing. It was like a joke. But now my penis is the Goomba, apparently.
Well, that's actually a badge of honor because, Super Mario, legend. Yeah. Like, that's actually really, really cool that your penis is basically from Super Mario World.
Yeah.
Congratulations, mate.
We're almost the same age, me and Mario.
Nice. Well, how old are you?
I'm 33, and I think Mario's 39, 38.
Yeah, I feel really old. I'm 36.
You're older than me? Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. No one's older than me except Nick Ricada and Dick Masterson and everybody else.
1986 baby, me.
Yeah, I was March 90. So almost got the 80s. I wish I would have. Billy Hatcher says, how much to Naked Snake? We are $1.99 from Naked Snake. We are a third of the way to Fight Milk. Thank you guys so much. That's
what's Naked Snake?
Oh. So Naked Snake. There's a lot of, this is a weird channel, right? So
I love this right now. I'm like, yes, let's go. What's Naked Snake?
Naked Snake, when we hit the Naked Snake goal, which is halfway to Fight Milk, so it's 200 away, I peel my shirt off and dance. And I sing the Naked Snake song.
Okay, so hang on a minute. Right. So how much are we away from the Naked Snake?
$1.99.
$1.99. Okay. And how does the Naked Snake song go?
It's like it's a song like it's like a 3-minute song. That's it right there. Then it starts singing.
Okay. How about this then? I shall do it in solidarity with you. I will take my top off. If we get to 500, guys, I will do it in solidarity with Camelot, and I will take my top off with him, and I will do the Naked Snake with him, because guess what? Equality, bitches.
Well, all right. This is unexpected, but okay.
It's like, dude, did you, like, invite me on by all means, but oh my goodness, definitely expect the unexpected with me.
Yeah.
I didn't like start this stream and think, you know what? I'm going to take my top off him.
So yeah, I 100%, I've only had 2 girls ever do it. And I just don't even ask women because it's kind of crazy, right? All right, then.
Really?
All
Again,
right,
it's
then.
all about equality. You're going to ask men, you're going to ask women. Like this whole thing of, oh, we need to treat women like they're flowers and like they're precious and that they're made of glass. Bullshit. Get Ben.
Yeah, dude. That's what.
I got
agree.
bigger balls than a lot of men out there.
I agree. Why couldn't you be in Alabama? It'd be great. Damn. All girls here suck ass. They're always like wanting you to hold them and shit and tell them like stuff that's not true. I'm like, no. I want to be like, hey, bitch, what you making for food? And she's like, I'm making this, baby. What's up? And then it's all fun and games. We slap each other and it's great.
Right?
The Alabama way.
Look, the way I see it is this. You're straight with me, I'm straight with you. Don't pussy around the bush. Don't beat around the middle. Just be straightforward, and that's it. Because I ain't got time for playing games. And, you know, I get along with women, but not as many as other women, let's say, because of that outlook. If I meet a woman and they're like, they speak in code, like they'll say one thing, but they actually mean another, I'm like, nah, get Ben, I'm done with you.
Yeah, dude, I was talking about this shit the other day. So women, I don't know what it is, but like okay, here's me. I'm a man, right? And I see, and there's a chick hanging out with me, and she's in like a thong, and she's relaxing. I see her ass cheeks. I'm like, hey, baby, you want me to like? You should pull off your drawers and let's go ham. And she'll be like, and she'll be like, yeah, cool, let's do that, and we'll do it. But then let's fast forward a week. Same girl's hanging out. I'm laying on the bed. I worked all day, kind of tired. I'm just laying there on my side, and then she snuggles up to me like a little spoon, and then puts her ass on me, and then like flexes her ass because that's what girls do. And I don't respond because I'm tired and I just fall asleep or something. And then she's mad at me. And I'm like, what are you mad at me for? And she's like, well, I tried last night to get your attention. I'm like, why didn't you just say something? Take your drawers off, motherfucker. And I'll be like, all right, cool, let's do this. But I don't pick up on the weird, like, I'm not a clairvoyant man. I am a dumb man. Just tell me you want some pee-pee and I will deliver it unto you, the pee-pee. Right?
Do you know what that means in England?
Pee-pee? I don't know. Is it like
it means piss in England, like wee. You're basically saying, in my mind, like to a lass, do you want some of me wee? Do you want a golden shower? Oh my goodness. Oh, dude. I was about 18, 19 at the time at university, working at the bars and the nightclubs, and we'd finished for the night, and so we were doing like the stock check, the once a month stock check that we finished at like 6-7 o'clock the next day in the morning. It was awful, but had to be done, right?
Yeah.
And at one point I saw people like huddled around this mobile phone and they were watching a video. I'm like, what's going on here? And they're like, oh, you don't want to see this, you don't want to see them. I'm like, yeah, I do. People like to shit in other people's mouths. It's like a thing, apparently. And I was fascinated. I was like, well, shit tastes like shit, presumably. So
that's the whole point. That's why it sucks.
Like, people get off on that.
God.
No.
That's wild. No,
I know, it's totally wild.
I'm vanilla. You know, like I said, bonus hole only. That's all I care about. Right?
Piss off with bonus hole. It's vagina. You really want to piss me off? Stop renaming my genitalia.
Speaking of bonus holes, slag lust.
Yeah.
For the booba and the goomba. My boy, thank you so much. $100 Canadian, which is about $9 American. I appreciate you so much. And real quick, let's just go ahead and play it back. Carnage on John with equality $100 super chat. Oh my God.
Yes.
Damn. What the hell? And that is Naked Snake. So we'll do it here at the top of the hour.
Okay.
And then continue to stream. So that's like 40 minutes away because I always like to put it at the top of the hour because I'm weird.
Okay.
So thank you so much, Carnage Undone. We did it. That puts us 450 until Fight Milk. I love you. Slaglust, you're goated. Coconut, you're goated. Carnage Undone, you're goated. And one of the only other women to ever do Naked Snake, Jessica Reloaded, says that's my girl Stef. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you. And then don't forget Renegar Larza. This is really unexpected. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I text one of my other creator buddies and I'm like, damn, Steph the Alternate is crazy, man. Like, so now that's how you spread your wings and fly and get on other shows. Just be good.
Well, if anyone's gracious enough to invite me on, fair enough. We'll have fun,
Well,
have a laugh, and just chat, whatever.
To be fair, I think you responded to a tweet where I said, who wants to come on my show? I think.
Yeah. I kind of saw that as like an invitation, though, because you were like open to the idea anyway. Therefore,
that was it. That was it. Yes.
There you go. That was the invitation, right?
And I'm so surprised that more people don't just like, because I've probably got like 3 people doing that. They're like, y'all come on. And yeah, I just don't know why more people don't just jump, because people will be like, hey, can I come on your show? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, depending on who you are, but those are the same people that won't respond to those tweets. And I'm like, bro, this is to respond to the tweet. It's right there, baby. It's so easy. God, these super guys are rolling in, bro. You just had to mention taking your top off, and all these guys are like, yeah, let me get some of that Meriden boobies. Because it is kind of weird. You sound just like Merida. It's freaking crazy. It's weird.
I sound like who?
Merida from Brave, the Disney movie.
Yeah, I ain't seen that. A lot of like I am very much like hardcore old school Disney. So anything really past like Aladdin, I've pretty much not seen.
Yeah.
I'm very much like the golden age of Disney.
I love it.
That's what I grew up with anyway.
Yeah, dude. Aladdin. I watched The Lion King the other day, like the original.
Up, man.
Bro, I was like, this is amazing.
Right.
And I got so I had never seen the new one, which is like CG lines. And I was like, so I started watching it a little. And the new one is quite literally shot for shot, just a remake of the old one, but it's like CG lines. And they don't have facial expressions because they're lions. And it's way worse because the whole point is the facial expressions of like, they have such exaggerated facial expressions because they're Disney animation. But then you put CG lines over it, and it's like Scar is like looking down at Mufasa, and he's like, "Long live the king!" And then Mufasa, it just zooms in on Mufasa's like normal line face with no expression. He's just like, I'm like, what the fuck? It's weird, right?
The live action Disney movies are trash.
Yeah, all of them.
They all are. Every single one.
Yeah.
I've not seen a live action Disney movie where I thought, oh my goodness, that was amazing. Either on par with the OG or surpassed it. Not one. Yeah. And I ain't even bothered with Little Mermaid. I ain't even bothered with her. Nope. And I'm not even going to bother with Snow White.
Nope.
I don't mean any disrespect, right? But the story of Snow White describes a character that, let's be real here, has skin as white as snow.
So now she's like a Latino lady. Apparently. Somehow.
I'm all for inclusion. I'm all for diversity. But can we actually stick to the source fucking material, please? It's driving me nuts.
Yeah, like just look at it. So this is Snow White. And keep in mind, the movie is now called Snow White and the 7 Diversity Hires. Because you have 6 random ass people that are colorful as hell. Like, who the hell is this random? This guy is apparently, his name is Keith. And then there's like a lady, I think, for some reason. And there's one dwarf. I don't know why there's one dwarf. Like, if you're gonna put no dwarfs in it, put 0 dwarfs in it, because they're like, we don't want to reinforce the stereotypes of dwarfs. I'm like, well, you even got one of them. Let's not talk about the fact that Peter Dinklage, which is one of the highest paid, highest sought after dwarf actors, that his entire character was being the butt of a joke in Game of Thrones. got every single dwarf that was actually cast for the original shooting of this fired because he said it was stereotypical. So he actually cost 7 dwarfs their jobs, which is really cool. And that's actually probably 4D chess and self-preservation on his part because he doesn't want any competition. He already has Warwick Davis to freaking compete with, and that some bitch is like a powerhouse of a dwarf, right? But who the hell is this lady? Why is she here? And why are any of these people here? It's just so silly. And I thought, I'm going to be honest, I thought this was like a porno or a parody. But this is actually the real thing.
Yeah.
And Disney apologized. Disney actually came out and said this was fake for some reason, and then they had to retract it and apologize because it wasn't actually fake.
Look, this is the thing with this whole mess of a movie, right? The dwarfs should be dwarfs, right? Again, let's stick to the source material here. It's not stereotyping, it's not being anything like that. It's just sticking to the sodding source material. There is nothing wrong with that. Now, if you want different races as dwarfs in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, actually, I don't have a problem with that. Because the characters of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in particular, their physical identity was prevalent on them being dwarfs. Not about their race, not about their skin color or anything else. So yeah, be diverse with dwarfs, not got a problem with that. But the name of Snow White and the description of her being skin as white as snow, well, hello.
Yeah.
I don't think you could be that diverse with that kind of character if you're going to stick with the source material.
Yeah.
And a lot of and this is part of the problem with the Marvel Phase 4 and Phase 5, because Phase 5 has started and it's still
It's all shit.
Too much overload of the Marvel movies and the Marvel series. So they've screwed themselves that way. But B, they've not stuck to the source material.
Yeah.
And so by not doing that, the core audience that you already got, that you're trying to appeal to as your baseline, is already switched off.
Yeah. That's
because it's not what they know and love.
Yeah, it reminds me of video games. So a couple years ago, video games went through the same thing, and it's kind of still hanging on a little bit, where a video game would come around and it's got this giant core audience. Like, for example, let's say, Battlefield. It's got this big core audience that loves the game. So for some odd reason, they'll completely change things and insert like a bunch of like over the top woke, like obvious shit, like force it into the game. And their target audience, which is like the casual gamer, all their core audience decides to boycott and leave. And the people that were encouraging this and attacking them for not having it in the first place aren't even buying it anyway. Like, who was this for? Because those people that are like, we're so proud of Battlefield for being inclusive, they didn't even buy a copy. They just wanted to tweet about the bitch. Right? It's so silly. It's like what Bud Light did. Bud Light, they thought like a bunch of trans people were going to buy some beer. No, motherfucker, they're still drinking martinis and shit. It's not happening.
Or drinking anything but Bud Light. Like, you got to cater to your audience. Your core audience, and build up from there. You start pissing off your core audience, you're going to lose billions in stock value. Hi, Bud Light. How you doing? They're on bloody life support right now in America. It's insane.
Yeah, it goes back even further. I remember when Resident Evil like changed their entire like game mechanics to be more action based, and I was like, why are you pissing off your core audience? Why? And that's like the Baby Lot version of that. It's like way more advanced now. Now there's entire companies completely destroying. Like Bud Light's core audience was literally redneck dudes in Tennessee that were like, ain't my lifetime. That's pretty much those guys. And you're like, nah, we're gonna completely fuck all that up. And they thought trans people were gonna buy some beer, motherfucker. They'll tweet about it because that's all that matters is the social clout. They don't care about the actual product. Come on, baby, what's up? It's crazy.
The last game that really pissed me off was MK11. So MK10 left on the storyline that Raiden turned evil. Oh my goodness. I was then jazzed for MK11. I was like, oh my goodness, we could actually play an evil Raiden or fight an evil Raiden. And I was so psyched. And then it was like MK11 comes and I'm like, right, yeah, buying that straight away off of Steam. Get to playing it, and it's basically a cutscene of Raiden's evil, but then he turns back to good again, and it's like this fucked up kind of time travel storyline bullshit situation, and I'm like, dude,
everyone's doing it. Everyone is doing it because Marvel and Spider-Man was so successful for a second. Like, so at the end of like Endgame and shit. And Infinity War, all that timey-wimey shit came in and was really good for a second because they, had a lot of time to build up to it. Spider-Man No Way Home, same thing. It worked really well. So everyone's doing multiverse shit. Every single company's like, we're going to do multiverse shit. I'm like, no, motherfucker. They built that shit for 20 years. You can't just come back and be like, you're going to do it in one day. That's why DC failed. DC failed immediately because of that shit.
Oh.
No. God.
I know someone who will defend to their dying breath that Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice is one of the best movies of all time.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, yeah, Batman v Superman. You wait freaking over an hour and a half before there's actually any Batman v Superman kicking 10 bells of shit out of each other. Like, where's the Batman v Superman for the first hour and a half? It's ridiculously insane. And so, yeah. Like, what the hell? But I'm glad that with MK, the starting from the beginning again. So I'm kind of looking forward to the next one that comes out where they are pretty much rebooting from the beginning and see how we get on.
So I stopped. So Mortal Kombat 9 came out, I don't remember, several years ago.
Yeah.
And I had not enjoyed a Mortal Kombat game since like Sega Genesis. And then Mortal Kombat 9 came out and it was like revolutionary. I fucking loved it. I got really good at the game. I loved like Sub-Zero. I had a bunch of different alt characters I played. Got really good at it. And then the 10th one came out. And suddenly, like, for some odd reason, Sub-Zero, you could only use his like slide in one stance and his like clone in another stance. So it completely broke up the character into like 3 stances that you had to choose in the pre-menu. And I was like, well, never playing this bullshit. Because it frustrated me. I love the story aspect though. I thought that was kick ass. That's why I loved Injustice. Thought Injustice was great just because the story aspect of there was a story. You walk up to Batman and you kick his ass, and then you go to the next story piece. I thought that was really cool.
I like Injustice.
Yeah, Injustice was really good. I have an Injustice 2 shirt on.
Dude, yeah. Nice.
That's a very weird coincidence. Was not planned. Neanderthal.
Yes.
$20 super chat. I love you. I appreciate you. There's people asking questions in the chat. By the way, Rodicus, thank you for deleting the racist comment. I love you. I appreciate you. Unless it was racist towards you specifically, then don't delete it. Stop being a bitch. All right. I want some of that queso. Come on. Neo says Steph is no stranger to taking her shirt off on stream. She didn't want some legal vices stream. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear this. Gun Club says, welcome, Steph. Adore your accent, dear. That's good to hear. Do either people love or hate mine? They're either like, oh, I love your accent, or they're like, I fucking hate your accent. I'm like,
Snap.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You don't have to tell me that, but it's fine.
Snap.
Nathan C, you need Fight Milk and Naked Snake. Xander says, it was my tweet. You're welcome. Thank you, Xander. I appreciate you. Nathan Z says, Naked Snake, Fight Milk. Yes. And 42 says, thank you for Northern Ireland correction, Steph.
Yeah.
42. That's a $2 British pound. Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's £2, or you could say £2.
Yeah, it's like $3 here. It's nice. That's nice. That's expensive money there. I appreciate you.
I tell you something. I go over to America and I'm like, take my money. Everything is so cheap over in America. Like when I went over in January, actually, quick story on that. I went over to America back in November to Vegas to go see Johnny Depp live.
Nice.
With the Popcorn Planet crew, which was really, really cool. And then when I got back, the week later, I went to see Alter Bridge live, which is like my favorite band in the whole wide world. Absolutely adore Alter Bridge.
Love Miles Kennedy.
Miles Kennedy! Dude, he's the fucking shit.
Yes.
No, my goodness. Yes, I've seen them like 6-7 times. I go VIP every single time. Like, oh my goodness, absolute fucking hero. And when I saw them, and I saw them in Manchester, front row, VIP, all that jazz, right? I texted Andy afterwards, and I was like, Andy, because he lives in Florida, right? And the majority of those guys come from Florida. And I was thinking, what do you think it'll be like if I saw them in like their home state? It'd be like a different like vibe and experience, right? He's like, yeah. 2 days later, I've booked my tickets with Virgin Atlantic to fly back over to America, to Florida, to go see Alter Bridge live in Tampa, which was so awesome. But whilst I was there, I flew to Orlando, so I spent a couple of days in Orlando, and I went to Vineyards and Orlando International Outlets. Oh my goodness. I literally bought a second massive suitcase so I could bring everything back that I bought.
Wow.
So worth it.
Gosh, dude. Yeah. I listen to Alter Bridge almost every day. Steve says, can we get an English to American translation? I learned GIP, and that's all I need to know now. Patrick T says criminals aren't regulated on firearms. Thank you, my friend.
Until they get caught.
Until they get caught. Exactly. Steve says, I make AR-15 parts for a living. F the weapons ban. Dude, I agree with that shit immediately. Adam Rees, you two are a great YouTube duo. Please do some more, maybe a movie reviews. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Alan Rees and Magnum Norris. I miss going to the arcade to play Mortal Kombat and perform the kill scene at the local arcade. I used to play Tekken and get my ass beat. The Tekken bros were just too wild. Too wild. Thank you, Magnum Norris. I appreciate you. But yeah, we're similar ages. That's what I did. I went to the arcade and just played freaking Mortal Kombat and Tekken. It was great.
Though the only arcade, my only childhood arcade, is my second home in Italy, and it's still there to this day, and it's still open, and it's amazing. And it's called the Saligiocci. I can never pronounce it right. Anyways, and there I love to play Street Fighter. They have the Street Fighter arcade game there, and I love to play the shit out of that.
Yeah.
And then there was like a random racing game that I can't even remember what it was called, and I used to love playing that as well. And so yeah, and then there was like the shooting gun game, again, can't remember, but it was basically zombies. Always awesome to kill zombies, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, me and my brother and my cousins, when we were young at the time, we pretty much lived either in the arcades when we were over there, or at the nearest like swimming pool during the day and just chilling out and playing and whatever.
Mine was called Aladdin's Castle.
Nice.
And I would go there all the time, and it was like in this mall, like next to my house. So I go there all the time, and it was like straight up. I don't know if you've seen like there's a lot of TV shows and movies that exist nowadays that really romanticize 80s like culture and like early 90s, like Stranger Things and stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was growing, I was like 7 years old going to Aladdin's Castle in the mid 90s. And it was just like that. Like everything has that weird, like polygon look, like all the graphics of the walls, like the Taco Bell, like logo. And there was like a theater, like a really small theater, and then the arcade. And there was people like lined up at the arcade. And it's weird because it's like kind of like unfortunate to know, because they closed that arcade down years ago because somebody got shot in it like way later, like when I was like 20. But they closed it down, and I remember seeing a post that was like kind of sad. It said the world you grew up in no longer exists, and I was like, oh my god, that's so accurate and sad, because it doesn't. Like all those things are gone. Like that mall has been leveled, it's gone. Like it's like apartments or some shit. It's wild how all that's gone now. And I went to a retro game store just to kind of relive it recently, just so I could relive like all the cool shit. But those places can't stay afloat either. And and it's like my fault, because I don't even buy physical media anymore because the convenience is too convenient. You know what I'm saying? So it's sad. I mean, I have an arcade cabinet right there, but it's just for looks. I ain't about to stand my ass over there. Stand up? No way. I'm far too old to stand up. It's not happening. That's why I tell girls to climb up. I'm like, nah, man, I ain't fucking standing up right now. I've had a long day. Okay. Get your slobber pocket up on that.
Fair play. Do you prefer slobber pocket or not? If you had to choose, would you prefer slobber pocket or not?
What do you mean, or not?
Basically, slobbery or not slobbery.
Oh, yeah. Slobbery all day.
Oh.
Yeah,
See, I prefer not.
What? How does that even work?
Because you feel more.
Oh, so you're just being selfish.
Duh.
So this is all about you, apparently.
Hello? Yeah.
You feel
Haven't you realized this by now?
That makes a lot more sense now. I understand.
Thank you. Yeah, right.
Yeah, see, that's a wink and a rumble. It's like, what the fuck? He's all capitalizing shit because he can't believe it. Can't believe that someone would say no slobber. Dude. Nathan says, I don't think she knows what a slobber pocket. Oh, she knows. We have already
I know.
talked
Oh,
Yeah.
It was explained to me pretty much at the beginning of this stream.
Yeah.
I am now more the wise. It's like, the more you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and I understand GIP now. So it all worked out.
And I understand Gumba. And how far are we to 1,000? Because I need to see this fight milk kind of going down your gullet hole for real. And see if you actually GIP.
$3.99.
$3.99. All right, $3.99 away. And we get to see Camelot down fight milk. I want to see if he GIPs. Like, even like a little, like, I want to see someone come back out.
Just a little GIP.
Just a little GIP, right?
Southie on Rumble with a $20 Rumble rant says, if he gets to muscle milk, you do the topless milk dance. Yes. Yes. That's like, sounds kind of broken Englishly, but that's basically just muscle milk. Miner Zarkon says, I still buy physical media because I actually own it. Yeah. I have all my old physical media. I have all my PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4 games, my Xbox 360, regular Xbox, my Nintendo games. I have all those. But now, why would I buy a PlayStation 5? Like, why would I buy a PC game? Like, I just download it on Steam and then I'm playing it before it even comes out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. And that's just every game now. I don't play any game unless it's on PC because I'm just trying to sit here. Like, I'm not going to go anywhere. I have a PS5 downstairs. Why the hell would I go downstairs? You know, that's weird. Like, my house has 3 floors, and my upstairs is my studio. And then my mid room is like my theater, my extra bedrooms, and my living room. And then the bottom part is my music studio and my like shop for my race cars and stuff like that. So like, I ain't about to walk down flights of stairs and go up them to play some video games and shit. Because I have a theater in my second floor, and that's where all my like game consoles are that I never play. Right. So that'd be great though. It would be great. I want to play Left 4 Dead, like 4 player Left 4 Dead, like back in the day. You know, I love Left 4 Dead, man. God, what a great game. Yeah, I haven't played it in so long. I used to play it on Steam every day, like about a year ago. I played it on every day for like weeks and weeks and weeks. And then I just stopped playing it because now I'm playing World of Warcraft because I just love it.
World of Warcraft and things like that, though, they don't interest me. I'm very much like a retro gamer. And the console that I've got is the Nintendo Switch because it's got a lot of retro IP. So, you know, you've got Sonic and your Zelda and your Super Marios and stuff like that. Zelda Ocarina of Time, though, is my jam. Is my favorite game in the whole wide world. And I consider it the grandfather for open world gaming.
Yes. Oh, it
doesn't get enough kind of props for that.
Yeah, dude. So, okay, related kind of. The first time. Okay, so here, let me give you some context.
Go on.
So people always say the reason we like older games, okay, for example, Resident Evil 3, one of my favorite games of all time. Resident Evil 2, like Medieval on PlayStation 1, Ocarina of Time. The reason we like these games is because they're completely attached completely to nostalgia, and we don't actually like the game itself. So the first time I ever played Ocarina of Time. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Because people always say, oh, well, modern gaming, the reason you don't romanticize it is because you only care about the nostalgic purposes of how you feel as a kid. I played Ocarina of Time for the first time when I was 30 years old on stream.
Where the fuck have you been?
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't happen. It didn't line up. But it's on my channel in my streams, my old streams, and I played Ocarina of Time for the first time, and it is one of the best games I've ever played. And it's a 64 game, and I'm 30.
Yeah.
And I was like enamored. Like every time I go to a new temple, I'm like, oh my God, it's so different and like alluring. Like you go to the fire temple, you're like, ooh, it's spooky. Listen to the chanting. And then you go to the water temple and you're like, oh, it's so cuddly, but this puzzle sucks. And then you go to the spirit temple and it's like, ooh, it's like how
on the boots, don't put on the boots. Oh,
yeah.
It's a thing. It's an adventure.
and then you're just walking, you're running through the plains you're on your hearse. God, it was awesome.
Epona.
Yeah, Epona. Yeah, Epona.
Whatever.
Delicious. What a great game. And people, and so that proved to me right there that it's not nostalgia. It's not nostalgia goggles. I never played Ocarina and I thought it was amazing. It's not nostalgia goggles. It's just people taking a risk on games and trying to make them the best game that they can possibly make. Because back then, although profits did matter, what was connected to profits was quality. Now it's just like, let's put a battle pass in our game and give you skins, and the game's broken, but people will buy it because that's just how it's going to work. Has nothing to do with the actual quality of the game, which is why every other game is the same fucking game. And every game has the battle pass. Every multiplayer game has the goofy freaking season pass. All of it is existing for one purpose, and that's to make as much money as possible and to put it out as fast as possible with as many bugs as possible. So yeah, that's why game is kind of flawed around nowadays. And speaking of flawed, the Glizzy King fight milk. Thank you, Flawed Glizzy King. Is this the same Flawed? Is this the same Flawed as my boy Flawed that I love so dearly? Because it looks like him in the damn picture, but it's not his original account. I love you, Flawed the Glizzy King. Appreciate you, dude. You're goated as hell. PP massive, obviously, for obvious reasons. Thank you so much. Tristan.
Can you say PP and I hear we?
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. I just think it's funny as shit.
Sorry. Your pissing is just so many volumes of pissing.
Do you know what? I need to teach you about fanny packs next.
Fanny packs?
Oh, yeah.
Like the thing you put on your waist?
Yeah. I'll tell you about that in a moment in terms of when you say fanny packs, I'll tell you what goes in my head as the English translation.
Okay. Tristan says, here's my contribution for Fat Milk. How are you, Cody and Steph? Dude, I'm doing great. Having a great show, having a lot of fun. I appreciate it, Tristan. Oh, by the way, like the stream, everybody. We're almost to the goal already this early on. Ben Hinegar says, here's $20. Steph is awesome. Thank you, Ben. I love you. I love you, dog.
Thank
you. PFP. Beautiful boy, hound dog. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. Thank you so much. You're goated as hell. So fanny pack. What do you think of when someone says fanny pack?
When someone says fanny pack, so the actual little English translation for fanny is vagina.
Interesting.
So you're basically wearing a vagina around your waist, as far as I'm concerned, when you say fanny pack.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? What's weird is fanny packs were like really weird and cringy like a few years ago, but somehow they're making a comeback, and I don't know how. And I see all kinds of Chad ass dudes with like muscles with like this goofy fanny pack on their side, and it's hilarious. And I kind of like it. I kind of want a fanny pack.
You guys really like vaginas around your waist,
not the severed vagina. I mean like an actual fanny pack. I have a good question. I have a question that's fun. What do you? Okay, I'll just give you a very broad question. We'll see how canceled you get. What do you think? What do you think of fat people?
As far as I'm concerned, and I've always said this, if the doctor turns around and says, you're fat, lose weight, then do it. Until then, eat what you want, be happy, absolutely Gucci. So, for example, because I preach what I do what I preach, walk the talk, all that lot. Bear in mind, it's nearly 4 o'clock in the morning here, guys, for me, so my brain's a little bit mush. A couple of months back, I got out of the shower, turned around in the mirror, and I saw I had back fat. And I'm like, I've never seen that before. Weighed myself, figured out my BMI. Medical science is calling me fat. I'm like, we're not having this. So I've been on a diet and exercise regime ever since. I've gone from 10 stone 10 to 10 stone in the last couple of months. And so I'm just slowly but steadily just making better choices, having my portions, and exercising. It's not bloody rocket science.
Nope.
If you're fat and the doctor's saying you're fat, lose weight, because at the end of the day, a lot of how do I put this? Obesity leads to so many health problems.
Yes.
That you don't want. Everyone would want a healthy, long life. Now, I understand that there are scenarios where some people can't help it because of health reasons, this, that, and the other. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people that they can actually do something about it so that they can actually live a healthier, longer, happier life. But ultimately, if they're happy with who they are in the skin and they want to continue to be obese and fat, then fair enough. At the end of the day, ultimately, I'm all about freedom as an existentialist. As long as you don't take my freedom away, I won't take your freedom away.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's the thing is people that say they're happy being morbidly obese, they're lying. Ain't nobody happy being like 300, 400 pounds, which I don't even know what that translates into stone, but that is like
Fuck of a lot.
It's a fucking lot. And 71% of people in my country are overweight or obese. It's pretty much everyone now. So it's actually, there's a movement now to, it's called the body positivity movement, to basically make it to where if you are so fat that you actually cause a burden, that it's not supposed to be an issue. So basically, if you're a 500-pound woman, you shouldn't have to pay for extra tickets on a flight, even though you have to take up 4 seats or 3 seats. They like it's only like it's special treatment, and you're not allowed to mention it at all because then you're being fat phobic. And I think that's asinine because I work out like 6 days a week. It's something I've done for the last 10 years straight. Because it's something I enjoy. You know, I love doing it because I used to be obese when I was a kid. I was like a circle with a fucking head. So when I started losing weight and started working out, you know, I understood that it can be done because when I was a kid, I thought I was just supposed to be fat. I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be this way because it's my genetics, right? And then I lost weight and started getting really into shape. And I was like, oh shit. So I started spreading this to people. I'm like, oh, if you need any advice, come on, we'll get on it, doggone it. And then I've been called fat phobic so much because I've told stories about this in the past where I just don't think it's okay to be morbidly obese. Look, I don't give a damn if you're happy being like, I mean, in the off season, I'll gain 20 or 30 pounds. I do every year, and then I lose it in the season, the on season, every year. And that, you know, it doesn't bother me. But when people conflate being happy with being overweight with like, oh well, I'm 400 pounds, I should just be happy. It's like, no, you aren't in this conversation. I mean, somebody that's slightly overweight, not where they're like they have type 2 diabetes and they're almost dying. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, if you're happy in your own skin, go for it. Live your best life. Have your freedom to be who you want to be and physically what you want to be, right? Personally, for me, though, like I said, obesity leads to a lot of health issues that you don't want. You really, really do not want in your life. If you don't want it in your life, there's only one thing you need to do: lose weight.
Yep.
The doctor turns around and says, your life depends on it. You need to lose weight. Your life depends on it. Lose that fucking weight. It's
100%.
as simple as that. But then if you don't want to do it, well, that's your own freedom of choice to do so, and everyone should still respect that.
Yep.
Just like people should respect our choice, right, to eat healthy, lose weight, exercise, this, that, and the other, fine. We should then, on the other side, be tolerant and respect other people's choices, where if they are obese and they're faced with that choice of either losing weight and being healthy or sticking with where they are because they're just happy, to stick where they are and they're just happy, fair enough. Good luck. I hope you still continue having that happy life, this,
100%.
that, and the other. But then don't turn round and be like, oh, well, fat is a good thing.
Exactly. I was about to say that shit. We're on the same page.
Yeah. That isn't, because, hello, medical science, bitches. Everything in medical science, when it comes to people who are obese and fat, is saying one thing: it's not good health-wise. Leads to so many fucking shitty things you do not want. So if someone's turning around and saying, oh no, being fat is good, no, it's not.
No. And that's the issue. That's the biggest issue out of all of the issues is people people will come out and be like, not only will they say, oh, I should be able to do what I want to do, which I agree. They'll be like, oh, and also you have to acknowledge that you can be 500 pounds and be super healthy. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that, because that's not fucking true. There's a reason why you're hyperventilating when you're walking up 3 damn stairs. It's not because you're healthy, it's because you're almost dead. You see a lot of old people, Steph, and you see a lot of fat people. You don't see a lot of old fat people.
I don't know. Come to Italy. Come to my neck of the woods.
That's just because they look old. They ain't really old.
Oh, no, they are. Best believe they are. But yeah, right? Don't turn around and say, oh, no, fat is good, when medical science is turning around with the empirical evidence and actually proving that it's not. Now, if you're happy physically with where you're at, fair enough. Okay. But then don't force that false narrative on society to say that fat is good and promoting obesity as something almost to kind of strive to in a way.
Yeah.
Like, you can be happy fat too, guys. Look at me. Well, yeah, you can be happy fat and with diabetes and heart issues, with the
Cut
fat
your leg
around your
off.
heart that's literally strangling your heart and,
Cut that bitch
you
right
know,
off.
suffocating you, and, you know, your fatty liver and
Mhm.
your kidneys then pack out. Yeah, you're happy then? Are you happy then?
Haven't seen
Like,
dick in a decade.
but again, this to say this, it's not being fat phobic. It is literally following what medical science is telling us and has proven empirically with the receipts.
Yes.
But then don't get it twisted. Someone turns around and is like, yeah, I'm happy being fat. I'm going to choose to still be fat and be happy eating what I want to eat, this, that, and the other. Fair play. I respect that person's freedom to be fat and do what they want to do, as long as they're happy and free. Fair enough. I'm not going to judge.
Yeah, and just don't influence public policy to limit my speech based around how fat your ass is, because I can look at it and see it. Billy Hatcher says, "Can you make fat jokes, Cody and Steph?" I don't really. I've never done fat jokes because I don't remember any, because I never made them, because I was always self-conscious because I was fat as hell. But there's one that's what are the odds for a sinful fat girl joining a covenant? And the punchline is slim to none. Thank you, Billy Hatcher. I appreciate you. Get on it, dog on it. Flawed said, not the real Flawed, just one of his viewers that likes to roast him from time to time. Good. I appreciate that. And speaking of getting roasted, Neanderthal with another delicious pink boy.
Woo!
We have to respect them. We have to pay for their medical bills. Lose weight. I agree. Thank you, Neanderthal. Get on it, doggone it. That's another pink boy. I don't know if it's a pink knot. Let me scroll up. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pink boys. Damn, it's a pink knot. Thank you, Neanderthal. I appreciate you. How much?
We like pink.
I do. It's the greatest thing in the world.
I know. Just as pink as my vajayjay.
240 is away from Fight Milk. That's close as fuck.
240. Let's get it done, guys. I need to see this. I haven't seen this before live. Like, him actually drinking this Fight Milk shit. Like, I want to see him if he gips. Like, I see it's like a little bit of a challenge here. So, guys, get it done.
I'm going to do that for the rest of my life. I'm going to be like, bro, you're so drunk, you might gip. And they're going to be like, what the fuck? I'm like, that means throw it, bro. Come on, get with the times, son. David, can we have a fat aside, and can you do Ocelot's finger guns during Naked Snake? You're pretty good. Fat aside. That's when we just genocide the fats.
No, let's not do that.
Genocide the fats, bro. Could you imagine? You know how much you know how much gasoline it would take to burn the bodies? Come on now. So yeah, trust the science. Oh yeah, never mind. Can't trust the science anymore, unfortunately. Thank you, Holy Ozone. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah,
that's really strange, actually. Like, a lot of people in this day and age, they reject reality. They reject science because it doesn't shape or form to their belief system and their way of thinking and their viewpoint of the world. And it's like, you're insane. You're nuts.
It depends. It depends on the situation, right? So if you're talking back in 2020 with the whole like COVID and the vaccine thing, everybody kept saying, bro, it's all science. And then like you fast forward to like a different issue, and then the other people are saying, bro, it's all science. And people only cite science when they think science is on their side. So, and it seems to change depending on who's the highest stockholder. Let me talk about this real quick because this is very important. I've been wanting to talk about it, but I keep forgetting because we keep talking about slobber pockets.
Again, you learned GIP, I learned slobber pockets. I think that's a very good exchange of information.
There are. It's equal exchange. This says Dom Leclerc says on January 6, 2010, Adam22 admitted that he was in a sexual relationship with a 16-year-old girl named Desiree when he was 23 on a forum for the hardcore label Bridge 9 Records. Also, he uploaded nude photos of her while she was underage, which is actually illegal in this country. So I'm going to be honest. This is something that's not extremely surprising given the actual industry that he's in when it comes to, podcasting, his wife, him being a cuck, porn, all that good shit like that. So a lot of people are feeling some kind of way about this. I live in Alabama. Okay. So me being in Alabama is the age of consent is 16, right? So 16 also versus a 23-year-old. I think it's weird as fuck, but it's within the guidelines of the law. I don't understand how you could ever date a 16-year-old because last time I was around a 16-year-old, I wanted to pull my eyes out of my the sockets. They were so insufferable to be around. So I don't understand why anybody would want to be around somebody like that for a extended portion of time. So I don't really understand that. But this also tweet from Adam22 says, my advice to any young girls out there is sleep with much, much older men. So this is kind of all coming to a head, and it kind of comes after the whole fact that he's like whoring out his wife's OnlyFans and whoring out his wife to have sex with different porn stars and whatnot, which is really cringy. And keep in mind, it's a completely different world. We talked about this on Nick's show yesterday, on Nick Ricada's Friday show. The being involved in porn and all that, they don't have normal sexual relationships. It's much different in their situations. So we can't pretend to understand him using that as a marketable ability. I've kind of been thinking about that a lot lately because I'm trying to see it from a normal viewpoint. And it probably doesn't make much sense to me considering they've both been doing porn for so long. You probably don't.
Adam22 is a porn star.
I know his girl is now. As far as him, I think he has done porn. I'm pretty sure. I think.
And why should that be a difference? Why should that make a difference? At the end of the day, right? Okay, so in the UK, the age of consent is 16, right?
Yeah.
In America, Camelot has said it's state to state.
Yeah, 16 to 18.
16, 18, right?
Yeah.
So in some states, it's going to be very frowned upon because it's under the age of consent, right? It's 18. They're going to see this girl as a child and Adam22 potentially as a predator, right? And so in that case, I mean, depending on the state that he's in, if he's broken the law, he needs to face the consequences, regardless if he's a bloody porn star or not.
Yeah.
That shouldn't that shouldn't put a wrench in any of this, and especially him sharing nude photos.
That's that is
now that is considered revenge porn in the UK. I don't know what it would be called in America.
Distribution of child pornography in America.
Well, there we go. But yeah, if it's under 16 in the UK, then it would be that as well for us. But because she's 16 and over, we would call it revenge porn. That's still illegal.
Yeah.
He's screwed either way, essentially. Yeah. And there is no excuse for it. Yeah. Why? What an evil bastard.
Yeah, he's gross. He's gross as fuck. And using his wife as a marketing ploy is pretty gross, and I don't really understand that. And that's kind of what I was alluding to when it comes to their relationships are completely different. Like sex isn't really existent; it's more of an act and an idea rather than a sensual act between two people that love each other. So I'm trying to see it from a different perspective there. But as far as a 16-year-old, I don't understand that shit. Like I can't stand being around teenagers. Because they're annoying as fuck. Because they're stupid as shit. And they're also annoying. So they're annoying because they're coming into this world where they need affirmation all the time. So they're wanting attention. So that's annoying. And then also, two, they're dumb as fuck. So I hate talking to them because they're stupid. Like you can't relate to them. And then there's adult men that are trying to have sex with children. And when I was in high school, I was in 8th grade. And there was 4 girls in my grade that were pregnant. And they were 12 years old.
Oh.
Alabama. So they were pregnant, and they were all pregnant by the
Welcome to Alabama.
hell yeah. They were all pregnant by the same guy, and his name was John Mark, and he never was charged with anything, I don't think, but he got all 4 of them pregnant, and they were all 12 years old, and he was 23. How do you even be around a 12-year-old girl at 23, let alone have sex with them?
And he was never charged.
Never charged. This was in the
Never charged.
90s, I guess, our late 90s or early 2000s, very early 2000s, in like Podunk, Alabama, rural Alabama. So it's pretty gross. And so he has like 50 kids probably now. And this dude, no shit, I saw him in real life because, you know, back when I was 12 or 13 years old, I thought, man, he must be just a super attractive man, right? Because he's having sex with all these girls. No, he was like a 5'2", like kid that looked like Eminem with a shaved head and like an eye tattoo. And I'm like, how the fuck did this happen? And it makes me understand that when you're a 23-year-old man, that's actually a very easy target as a younger woman because they're so impressionable and you can just say whatever. I've never met a girl like you, Stef. And when 12-year-old Stef's probably like, holy shit, what? You've never met a girl like me? When you're 12, when you hear that shit, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe somebody said this, something so special to me. But when you're a 23-year-old man, you understand that you can say that shit and it'll make a young girl melt. Oh my God, I'm in love. First love. You know what I'm saying? Whereas now when Stef hears that, she's like, fuck off.
Yeah, I'd be like, get bent.
Exactly. We're too old. We don't give a fuck.
Too old for that shit.
Heard
but
it.
The thing, you know, when I was a teenager, I couldn't stand around being with fucking teenagers. I was in an all-girls Catholic school from when I was 11, 12 years old to when I was 18. It was hell on earth. I couldn't wait to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
It was insanely evil. Just having like a all-girls school of 1,000 girls all in one vicinity. Shit the bed. I did not get on with that place at all.
Girls, oof. I don't like being around girls, like multiple girls for very long because they it's like
bitchy, backstabby, get competitive for attention.
Yes.
I'm like, dudes, like, why?
Yeah. Yes, 100%.
It annoys the shit out of me when girls do that.
I was about to say the same shit.
If you want the dude's attention, just be like, I like you. Do you like me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've come full circle where I'm like, hey, just take your pants off. And I'm like, that's all you got to do. Like, I don't understand why women are so complicated. Like any woman ever, Jenna in my locals could come up to me in real life and be like, take your pants off. And I'd be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But like, but women have to do this thing where they like put like a bait, like they're fishing. They got to put a bait in the water and they got to wait for you to bite it. It's like a game. It's like, bro, I'm just trying to hit my baby gravy. All right. That's all I'm trying to do. Like, I'm not trying to play some damn weird fishing game. I'm just trying to blow my baby gravy. So is that what you want? Is that not what you want? Okay, good. So let's do it or not do it. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird thing that has to be organic. It's weird. Neanderthal says experts have torpedoed their trust, and that's for damn sure. Thank you, Neanderthal. I love you. Yeah. I appreciate you so much for all your love. Fire PA says, hello. Is this Child Protective Services? Yes, it is. There's a lot.
How may we be of assistance?
Oh yeah. There's a guy named Adam22. Xi Jong the Great became a supporter on Rumble. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we have it. It's like 5 against 2 because he says, "Get rid of the African aid mustache. You're not Freddie Mercury." Thank you so much. Bill Dozer says, "Maps go on the wall." Agreed. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Yeah, when I would have to be a fat Freddie Mercury. He was like 84 pounds when he died. So that makes sense because I'm like 194 pounds. So yeah, I'm a thick man. Speaking of thick mans, something happened recently, and it's something I've been really enjoying seeing. It's kind of like I told you so situation. And there's these climate activists that like glued their hands to the road, and now there's some speculation that they're going to have to get their limbs amputated because they didn't research what was going on and what this material that they were using to glue their hands would actually do to their hands. So you have all these climate activists, which all look the same. It's like guys that are balding with glasses. I don't really understand. It's probably because their testosterone is 0. So they're acting like impressionable teenage women. But this one guy specifically is crying because they're trying to get his hand free and it hurts and he's crying. Probably should have done it in the first damn place. Let's be fair here. And then there was the two people that actually glued their hands together, and now they're just like stuck together and they're facing amputation for their hands. All to prove some weird point about climate. The world's going to be here in a million years. We're not. So I don't know what they're trying to prove. I don't get it. What do you think about that?
So I believe climate change is real. The scientific evidence is showing us that empirically.
Mm-hmm.
So it's real.
Yes.
Do I think we should be doing something about it to combat it as best as possible? Yes. It affects everyone, current and future generations. Do I agree with these extreme tactics? Hell no.
Yes.
No, because what point is it proving? It's not proving any point whatsoever, because what's happened is the extremity of their act has actually overshadowed what they're protesting in the first place. Because instead of us saying, right, here are some protesters, they're protesting about climate change, here is their ideologies, here is their action plan. Do we think it is correct or not? Do we think their action plan and that ideology actually works for the world or not? Instead, we're talking about how dumbass they are, gluing themselves together, gluing themselves inside bloody concrete roads or whatever, trying to get freed, and one of them's crying because it's in this, that, and the other. So what have they actually proven in the end? Absolutely naff all.
Yeah.
And actually it hurts their cause because so many other people are looking at them thinking they're fucking dumbasses.
Yep.
And that then waters down the actual cause to try and combat climate change in the first place.
100%. Yeah.
So yeah, the idiots.
Yeah. So, and that's generally what I think. So climate, the way I see it is climate change, obviously the phrase climate change is real. Climate's been changing forever. That's why there's ice ages coming and going. I just think people have less of an impact than we think we do, right? I think one day when we're all fucking gone, the earth will be here for a gajillion years after that, and it will reset. Kind of like in WALL-E. Have you ever seen WALL-E?
Nope.
What the fuck? It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Like for the first half an hour, nothing's being said, and it's like I saw that movie. It was called Odyssey. What was it? Oh, again, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning here. Stanley Kubrick, Space Odyssey.
Yeah, Space Odyssey.
Space Odyssey.
2001.
First hour was of those damn apes. So they're not saying anything. They're not doing anything, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Now we're done with watching like the first half hour, nothing being said, and I'm thinking, what the hell?
Yeah, so WALL-E, basically all the humans leave Earth because it's like not inhabitable anymore. And then 1,000 years pass and like plants start growing and enough healings happen to where people come back. So that's basically, I don't really think that's very accurate, but I think basically if the Earth really cared, it'd shake us off like fleas, like George Carlin says. Or said. George Carlin's gone now, but it is very satisfying to see the activists that pretty much do everything for their approval and affirmation of their peers, which is now extended to social media, and only to see them face amputation is the greatest I told you so moment in history. And speaking of I told you so, Patrick T. Woo! There's a solution that deactivates superglue. Get naked, Stef. Dang it. Climate change is fall, winter, spring, summer. Patrick, dude, you sound just like me. What's up, baby? Hell yeah. Roll Tide. Thank you, Patrick T. For the 7th pink boy of the stream, putting us 150 from Fight Milk. That's the closest we've been.
150 from Fight Milk. Let's get it done, guys. I need to see this live. I need to see him down this Fight Milk. Personally, I can't believe he could do it because, dude, it's like milk, 2 eggs, and freaking alcohol. Like, that shit sounds and probably is disgusting. So I don't think he could actually do it. And then secondly, I want to see if he gips. I want to see that. I want to see it. So we're only 150 away. Let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done.
Hell yeah.
Now, the thing is, like, you see, I told you so in terms of, them being amputated, this, that, and the other. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't, personally, for me, it's more, I feel like compassion for these people that they're facing amputation. It's like, oh, bloody hell. Like, I kind of feel sorry for them because
so
their ideology and their way of going about it has blinded them to this potential consequence that if they thought about it in the first place and had a level head, they'd be like, yeah, that's a bad idea. I feel sorry for them rather than I'd be like, I told you so.
Ain't a single one of them have a level head, unfortunately. And they ain't got any hands either.
Wow. Yeah.
Their hands are gone.
Apparently not anymore. But like we have, because we were talking about this just before the stream. So over in the UK, at this neck of the woods, we have the what is it now? The stop oil, no oil, stop oil movement.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, are they annoying as shit? They go to like places and they'll have like this orange like dust and they'll explode it everywhere. Like this is proper like English kind of gripe, I suppose. They'll go to like the Chelsea Flower Show and they went to one of the exhibitions and they completely ruined it with like this orange like dust that they just exploded everywhere. And they're like, no oil. And we're there thinking, well, hang on a minute. You're obviously for climate change, yet you've just killed all these plants. Please make that make sense.
Yeah,
like,
it's
and then like they'll destroy like priceless works of art. They've done that.
Fuck? Yeah.
And it's like, dude, destroying that work of art isn't physically going to change
it doesn't
anything in terms of like what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah, it's it's crazy to me is the fact that okay, look context. I race in a minor NASCAR series. I don't know if you know what NASCAR is, but
basically racing cars, right?
Yeah,
it's like Formula 1 but in cars.
Yeah, they're big old fat ass 3,200-pound cars, which is regulation. Okay. And I race, and it's my passion. I love it. It's V8s. They're freaking loud, insane. And when I hear people wanting to convert everybody to electric cars, it like hurts my soul because I'm a redneck man. I love building cars. I love V8 engines. And one of the most pollutive things that exists currently in modern history is lithium and nickel mining, especially with child slavery. And no one talks about it. And it's so frustrating because it's all like oil and fossil fuels are evil. And I'm like, but what about Hugo? He's like 9 years old and he's dying and he's out here mining lithium. And no one cares about that motherfucker. Why?
Good point.
Like, and there's scientists have said there could be thousands of years of oil still easily left. But people like to say that the world's going to end in 5 years. And I'm like, I'm tired. I'm just too tired. You know what I'm saying?
Too tired for this shit.
And speaking of too tired, I can't believe what's happening with the super chats. This is crazy as fuck.
Let's go.
Let's just go ahead. Steve says, does Steph need to do Fight Milk as well? So she's not going to do Fight Milk. It's just going to be my ass. But she is doing Naked Snake for some reason, which is cool.
And this is like, I think, again, a healthy exchange. The reason why I'm not doing Fight Milk is because I can't drink alcohol. I have pancreatitis, so I can't do that.
Damn. Unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. Kyle Bacall says, to me, carbon isn't the issue. Pollution is. Yes, Kyle, I agree with that. Here comes Fire PA. Well, damn, here's part of my 7% raise from the union. Bring us the dairy products regarding the environmentalists in Germany. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Thank you.
I love that saying. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Fuck around and find out, boys. Thank you, PA. I love you. You work at Kroger, Fire PA? You get a union increase? I appreciate that. Squid. The activists are not smart. They focus on Western countries and forget that India and China pollute more than the rest of the world combined. And one volcanic eruption pollutes more than 1 year in the U.S. emissions. That is true, but something we don't talk about because then industries that have gained so much foothold in the stock market would now be looked at in a different light. The reason electric cars didn't take off as much when they started coming around in the late 90s and 2000s is because there was no one backing them and there was no money to be made. That is flipped on its head now. So that's the whole point there. Thank you, Squid. I love you. And Krista Kaboff Molar Olsen with a 1,000 Krogans. The Norwegian Krogan he says, have some Norwegian money for fight milk. Why should the cleanest countries in the world go broke while you can't see the rooftops in Chinese cities? Doesn't their pollution affect the climate? Well, they're going to kill all of us anyway eventually. Thank you, Scoff the Badoff. I love you. I appreciate you. Because in my country, to join the military, the ads just show 2 moms and rainbow flags, and no one wants to join. But in China, they show ads of you seeing the world and conquering, and that's what the young see there. So our days are numbered, boys. Thank you, Christopher Gaboff. I love you. Slanging Nanners. The pretty lady talks funny. I like it. Thank you, Slanging Nanners. I appreciate it.
Me too. I'm biased. I agree with you, mate. Thanks.
Reformed Convict says, do you remember the ozone layer crisis in the 90s? It was gone. Look it up. Now lowered emissions is easy. Nuclear percent emissions is all a grift to make money. I kind of agree with that. The majority of that. Yeah. Appreciate you. Billy Oki says, replace the alcohol with tea. Thank you, Billy. Okay. I appreciate you. I love you. Oh, we didn't do Neck and Snake. Holy shit. I've been having so much fun that we hit the top of the hour and then never did it. That's funny. So
Are we doing it now?
And I gotta do fight milk. Hold on, let me make sure I have.
Did we reach fight milk stage as well?
Oh, we killed it. Yeah, we went past.
Yes, I get to see fight milk. Thank you, guys.
Yes,
I get to see the fight milk moment. Yes. I love it. Thank you. Now the crazy Yorkshire British lady that's obviously a little bit sheltered in the ways of fight milk is now going to be properly introduced to fight milk. I love it.
Properly. Thank you.
You guys made that happen. Thank you.
You missed one of my fiddies. I missed a fiddy. Where? Oh, here we go. Sorry, Patrick. Damn, I even missing the fiddies today. Too much today. They only started to document temperature around 100 years ago. If the Earth is millions of years old, there's hardly any trend of climate change other than observations. Get on it. Yeah, it's the thing where the Earth's been around for estimated 7 billion years, and our scope is like 200 or 100 now. So it's kind of hard to go off. Thank you, Patrick. I love you. I appreciate you. Penis, hard, huge, not urine. Reform Convict, the ozone fixed itself and no one reported it. No one cared. It's fine. We're good. Thank you, Reform Convict. It all worked out in the end. How much to crowdfund one nuke? Man, look, this is kind of morbid, but I kind of just want to see, and I don't want anybody to be hurt, but I just want to see a nuke go off somewhere, like modern day. Because they haven't done any like nuclear testing, as far as I know, on camera in years. And I really like those old videos, like the Tsar Bomba going off. And it is just like the craziest, wildest explosion, right? Maybe shoot it in space. I just want to see the explosion. Yeah?
That's fucked up.
We have a lot of nukes, man. Like, just shoot them into space so we can see them pop off like fireworks. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you're going to hate me. I am a big proponent for nuclear disarmament.
For everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily disagree. The issue is, okay, so this is the only issue. So the world would probably be a better place without any threat for any kind of nuclear like explosions. But what if, now this is a big what if too. What if aliens came around and we're like, oh fuck, we got rid of our nukes and now here comes aliens. Right? And then the aliens,
we know how to make them. We make them and we nuke the aliens.
You're right. We'd nuke the aliens. But what if we didn't have time and they came and they thumbed our assholes?
Okay, yeah, we still need nukes.
We'd have nothing. We'd have no way to like get them to not thumb our assholes.
Yeah, I don't want to be thumbed or anal probed or anything.
No anal hole.
like
Please.
human beings, let alone bloody fucking aliens from outer space. And we're assuming that aliens have thumbs. Like they could have other appendages that are not thumbs,
Yeah.
that could be spiky and
Yeah.
slimy and poisonous, and we just
Yeah.
do not
Poisonous.
know where their thumbs have been. Okay, space is a very, very large space. Okay,
What
we don't
if,
know what's
dude-
out there. We don't know where their thumbs have been. I don't want any of
God,
that.
that would suck.
I do not
ass.
want an alien STD. Fuck you all.
Could you imagine being strapped to a table, bent over, and you're like, "Oh, well, this sucks. I wish we had nuclear weapons." And then you turn around and the alien takes his drawers off, and it's like a 14-inch freaking alien penis. You're like, "Oh fuck! Why couldn't it have been 1 inch?
Dead.
Why couldn't it have been the Asian aliens? No,
Yeah, right.
but no, they're just like, well, this is gonna hurt."
Kidding. No, but dead. But to be fair though, the whole kind of like on my tombstone, dead by alien penis is actually quite fun to have, you know.
Dead by alien penis. Rest
Yeah.
in peace.
Wish he came from China, like.
please, if the aliens come from the China planet.
Again, just joking. Don't freaking, comedy is allowed, guys.
Yes.
Oh.
Speaking of comedy being allowed, make sure you guys like the stream. We are 2 likes from the goal, and we still have 30 minutes, which is insane pace. And speaking of pace, it's time for Naked Snake. So, we're gonna do some naked snakies, and I will reveal my chesticles once this chorus drops, and you'll know when. If you want to do it at the same time, if you still plan on doing that. So when the chorus for the music starts,
What do you got?
you got to get ready. Yeah, I got to get ready. I have to get ready too. I just take my headset off. But you got something under it, right? It's not just flopping boobs, right?
Oh, dude, yeah, I've got a bra on.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure. I'm not trying to
It's
lose
basically, do you
everything.
know what? Why people are like, oh my goodness, you've seen a girl in a bra. Dude, you've seen girl in bikinis. That's basically a waterproof
Yeah.
bra.
I had somebody say that the other day. Like somebody was in underwear. Oh, there was a girl at my house like a few months ago, and she was in underwear, and she was like running upstairs because somebody was like ringing the doorbell, and she had just swam all day the day before in a bikini that was way more revealing than her underwear. And I'm like, why do you care? Like, you were in a bikini yesterday. And she's like, well, that's a great point. Like, I was like, dude,
Right?
like you have granny underwear on. Like, who cares? Like, it makes no sense. All right, this is the 190th naked snake in a row. It has been almost 2 years since we did not hit the naked snake goal. We blew it out of the damn park today. Make sure you have your $1 ready. And also, I want to reference Actman real quick from the last show. I always tell people, like, almost all of everything that I make on content creation is from streaming, and I've never asked for it and never will, and I'm always very thankful for that. But Actman was like, and then Actman chimed in, he's like, but I can. And he was like, so make sure everyone super chats. And I was like, what the fuck, Actman? He was like, your guests can always ask. And as soon as we started, Stef was like, fucking super chat for fucking milk, everybody. And I'm like, well, it's within the guidelines. So I appreciate it because we killed it. So let's get on it, doggone it. This is 190 naked snakes in a row. I have to pop my headset off until we get there for me to take the top off because my shirts are real tight.
Can I just take my top off now?
If you want to, but it's going to be a less revealing and fun.
Okay.
We got to do it at the same time so we're like a part of a team.
Okay.
Okay.
I kind of feel like it's going to be proper goofy me trying to take this jumper off. Okay, we'll try.
It's always really goofy when I do it. All right, boys. It's time for Naked Snake for the 190th stream in a row. 10 away from 200. Okay? 200. We're about 30 seconds from the reveal. I appreciate you guys. Enjoy the stylings of the 8-bit band and the Snake Eater song. Get the hell on it, doggone it. I got to put my headset off so I can put my bandana on, so I won't be able to hear anything for 2 seconds. Here we go.
What a thrill with darkness and silence through the night.
All right. What a thrill, boys.
I'm searching
The third woman to do Fight Milk with me. Naked Snake. Here we go. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Get on it.
You're so super.
Doggone it. Here we go.
Not for honor, but for you.
Ooh, snake eater in my time. There be
Is it just this?
nobody else. That's it, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Ooh, cry. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Here's the funnest part right here.
Okay.
Someday we'll go red.
Yeah, I can't do that.
On a tree.
I can do this. Okay, do that.
Amazing. 190 in a row, boys. We see the blue boys piling up. I see them. Rudy Toot, Stef, Rob, Rudy
Yeah,
Toot.
get your dollars in. Come on. Is this not worth it right now? Come on.
Hell yeah. Thanks so much to Stef for doing the unexpected. I didn't expect this. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you too, mate.
What fun. Thank you, Roman. I love you. I appreciate you. Make sure we already hit the like goal too. Thank you so much. It is popping off today. I'm just going to put the 600 in there. Thank you. Best fight milk ever. Thank you, John Gordon. I appreciate you. Oops, I didn't mess with something. There it is. Okay. Thank you, John. Love you. Appreciate you.
Have you done the fight milk already?
No.
Oh, right. Okay.
That'd be wild. I'd be freaking throw uppy. Here they're coming. We're still in a dream, boys. Get on it, doggone it. Amazing. I appreciate you guys. Here we go. Amazing. Thank you guys. Got your son, Lord of the Rings. Appreciate you guys so much. What is
Okay, that was fun.
we did it. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. So I have a I have a kind of a fat head. I've always had a fat head. So everybody always thinks I'm like a fat guy until I take my shirt off, of course. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I've still got a little bit of a podge when it comes to my belly, so I am absolutely working on that. I actually recently got a weighted hula hoop. And so I do that every day at the moment to essentially, again, firstly help lose weight, but also try and like contour and tighten up my solar plexus and my drift area. And
yeah, and it's all.
I'll let you know how that is then in a month's time.
It's always diet too. A lot of people they forget that it's always diet. It's exercise is very important, lifting is very important, but it's mainly all diet because I can lift every day. I can do my HIIT cardio. I can do all those things. But unfortunately, if I'm eating bad, it ain't matter. I'm just strong. I don't look like I am, unfortunately. Darakuda says titties and kitties. That's an old phrase. Thank you, Darakuda, for about that tree 50.
Titties and kitties.
Make sure you guys are subscribed if you're not. It's very damn important. And also, if you enjoyed this stream, I'm going to have another stream with about 3 female panelists on. One of them will probably do Naked Snake. I don't know if the other ones will. But I know one will that I have coming on. Make sure to like the show. We're 50 away from the overall goal. And we're closing in on Fight Milk. It sucks because all my favorite streams go by so fast. And all the ones that suck are so freaking slow. I'm like over here, like, please God. And the fun ones, I'm like, fuck, it's an hour late.
How far away are we from Fight Milk? I thought we got it.
We killed it. We're way past it. Yeah.
Yes.
We're 350 from double Fight Milk, which hasn't happened in like 6 months.
What's double Fight Milk?
That's where I just do double. I do 4 eggs, more milk, and 2 shots of alcohol. So
Dude, I need to see that.
I might gip on that one.
Double me up. Oh, he might gip on that one. Double me up. Okay. Okay, guys, think about it, right? The strange outsider English Yorkshire lass needs to see double Fight Milk. I mean, come on, guys. 350 away. We need to see that shit. I need to see that shit. I need to witness it. I need to experience it. 350 away. Let's get it done, guys. I'm sure we can get it done. I'm sure we can get it done.
I appreciate you guys. Let's give a shout out real quick to Neanderthal. Sexy peeps. Thank you, Neanderthal. The Pink Boys can't be thwarted today. Can't be thwarted. Billy Hatcher said someone donate $500. That's only happened like twice in the last year, man. Appreciate you, Billy. I love you guys. Appreciate you. So we talked about Adam22 being a groomy groom. We talked about the climate change being borked as hell. The activists, not the climate change itself, but the activists. So we talked about Snow White. Okay. Good talk about Snow White. And so last but not least, I'm not going to pretend to know anything about your life, but how is dating in your 30s compared to dating in my 30s? Do you know, like, do you have a description for it? Because in my 30s, it's kind of weird, but I'll let you start.
Okay. So I was in a very, very long-term relationship for 15 years that ended last year at the beginning of May.
Yeah, my divorce was in 2017. 2016.
Yeah. Well, shit the fucking bed. Has dating changed from before that to now?
Yeah.
Like it's a different beast. Like
Yeah.
I don't recognize the landscape at all. I tried. So I went onto the apps.
Yep.
And okay, right. Two things. I went on one date. Now, the guy was really nice, very polite, very much a gentleman, had a really good job, you know, could hold his own, this, that, and the other. Brilliant. We sat at the table. I'm looking at the menu. I'm thinking, that sushi bowl looks really, really nice. I'd love to get that. He A tells me that he's a vegan, vegetarian, whatever you want to call it. And then B turns around and says that if he's at a table and there's fish there, he'll gip.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, okay. So that means two things for me. A, if I bring you to Italy, what are my family going to feed you? My aunty's going to be turning around and says, what the fuck do you eat? Because all we eat basically when it comes to Italians is meat or fish or carbs. But you know, meat, fish and carbs with the pasta, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much our fucking diet. So what we're going to feed him. And then B, if I've got to go on a date and I've got to literally be very mindful of what I'm going to choose to eat, otherwise it's going to make you gip. Yeah, we're done. We're done.
Ugh.
So that's the first thing. Again, he was a lovely guy, you know, very kind, very polite, had manners, gentleman, but dude, his eating situation was like, yeah, we're done. But then I figured something out, and it was this. There's actually someone I am interested in. Yes.
Ooh.
I'm not saying any name or anything like that. They don't even know. And the reason why they don't know is because, unfortunately, it's one of those rare instances for me where the circumstances dictate I cannot be straightforward with this one. Now, I'm no side dish. I am the main course. So it ain't one of those bloody situations. So if anyone's thinking that.
Yes.
No. I'm more than a bloody side course. That's for sure. But the dude that I'm interested in, let's put it this way. If I didn't know him and he was on an app, I'd be like, reject.
Yeah.
So I came to the conclusion that the apps remove the humanity, the chemistry of the situation of dating, which for me is extremely important.
Yep.
And it's not realistic then in terms of dating. And B, you got to pay for these apps, right?
Yep.
So in order for these apps to make money, they want you on for as long as possible.
Right.
So how can I actually trust that what they're recommending coming through is actually going to work for me, or what they're recommending coming through is kind of going to work, but not really going to work. So it's going to prolong me being on that app so they take more of my money.
Yeah.
To me, it's like a con then at that stage. And I'm like, nah, piss off. I'll do it the old fashioned way.
That's what I found out. So I was married for 7 years, almost 8 years. And when my divorce happened, it was completely random. I just woke up one day and she's like, I'm out. I'm like, what the fuck? So I didn't know what to do because like when we got married, I was kind of like an awkward, goofy kid. And now I'm like in my late 20s. So I downloaded the apps and didn't know what to put on them as pictures. So I was like really cut. So I just put like me working out with my abs out and like one of my like me racing and my race car stuff and just stupid, and my dog because he's a cute husky. And I put all those, and I was matching with girls like 20, 30 times a day. And they would just come to my house. They would be like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, oh, good. And I would just get straight to the point because I didn't really care about any of it. I'd be like, you should come over and we'll drink. And they would be like, okay. And they would come over. And I was just every night having just sex with just random girls.
Right.
Because I live in a college town. There's like a college like a mile away. So I was just, and after like a year, I was like, this is awful because they were all like the same girl, you know, they love the Office. Yeah, they love the Office. They love wine, and they have zero interest. And I'm like, oh god. So that's when I got off the apps after like 2 years of doing that, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I just kind of like stuck it solo, and I feel like that's how I thrive, is by just being me always and just ignoring everything else. And I kind of like the alone time a lot. And that's how I get everything done. Otherwise I'll get tunnel vision with a girl or something. Steve Gosney, what's up, dude?
Steve, hello. I got your
He's-
email, by the way, mate. I just hadn't had the time to respond. Thank you, honey. Appreciate you.
Oh, Steve. White guy named Tyrone says, the great and all-powerful Goomba, I need some advice. I want to ask a woman out that I know from work, but I'm retarded when it comes to these things, and I haven't been on a date in 9 years. Any advice would be great. If you want to message her or whatever, but I would ask her in person, but hey, I'm going to get some food. I'm going to get some food at whatever place. You want to come with me? And be just straightforward and not weird about it.
Yeah.
Just ask her like you'd be asking one of your guy friends. Done. That's all
Keep
you
it
got to do.
cash.
Yeah, don't gip on her. No gipping.
No, don't gip on her. Keep it casual, no gipping.
No gipping, damn it. Speaking of gipping, real quick, Ketchup says, Stef, you are a kick-ass person and so fun. Thanks, Cody. Thank you, Ketchup. I love you. Appreciate you.
We need to do the double fight milk thingamajiggy.
We're really close.
How
We're real
much we
close.
away?
People keep dropping these goofy-ass pink boys. Ben Hennigar! Double fight milk, let's go!
Yes! Double fight milk. We need double fight milk. I need to witness this.
Matt Botchin! Am late for this cast and I missed the next snake. I hope this helps you, Camelot. And yes, dating app sucks. Also, 30 on Monday. Happy birthday, my friend.
Hey, welcome to your 30s. It's all downhill from here.
Yes.
No, kidding.
Don't forget, make sure you rewind for Naked Snake because Steph did it as well. It was great. Thank
Quality bitches. What can I say?
Yeah, and her boobs are great.
Thanks.
Jenna,
That's the only kind of like advantage of gaining weight. Because over the last year, I realized when I saw my back fat, I'd gained weight because comfort eating. Like you don't realize like when you comfort eat sometimes, and I never did. Like I'd eat like a you know like the multi-pack of like you call them potato chips, we call them crisps.
Yeah.
Like I'd eat like a 6-pack in one go without thinking.
Yeah,
or eat like a packet of biscuits or like a 3-pack of chocolate bars and shit like that without thinking. It's like, no wonder I'm bloody fat by medical standards. What the shit biscuit is this?
So everything's so delicious.
I know, right?
Oh my God. You know, that's the one thing about being an adult we don't really realize is sometimes I'll go to the store and there's like a full ass cheesecake. And I'm like, I can just buy this and go home and eat the whole fucking thing. But you have to have self-control. Thank you, Matt. I love you. Kyle. At 25, I'm done with dating, just working on myself. That is the goal, my friend. As far as double fat milk, I think we're like 200 away, but it's getting to the point where it's so high that like the decimal's not showing me anything. But I think
guys, we're 200 away. I need to experience double fight milk.
And we got.
I did the naked snake dance. The least you can do is a nice, like, easy, like, equal exchange is allow me to experience Camelot double fight in his milk. I need to see that, please.
Double fight in the milk. Yeah. We're
if
closing.
if that's how you term it, I don't know. This is why I need to experience it. I need to learn from it. Guys, you need to teach me.
And then we have 18 minutes minimum left. So I appreciate you guys so much. We also hit the like goal, which I was supposed to change it to 600, but I forgot to not do that, unfortunately, because I'm stupid. So I'm just going to unpin this. But yeah, make sure you guys like the stream. It will be live after this, of course, as all my shows are. So don't forget. Oh, Jesus, dick ass. Oh, look at this one. Damn.
Yes! Matt for the
Wow.
win. Matt for the win. Yes.
Jesus. It's been a long time. Last time I did double fight milk, I think, was with Gary. I think I lowered it for Gary, but I don't remember. the
How
goal.
long ago was that?
It was when I first started doing the show, like 6 months ago with Gary from Nerdrotic. It was a big one. There was a lot. It was a big show. It was great. Oh, by the way, for future reference, we're rating Yellow Flash's Flashcast after the show ends today.
Sweet.
He's my boy. So we're gonna give him a good old fashioned raid. I finally got him to turn on rating after a freaking year.
Oh yeah,
I've
trying to
been
get
telling
other creators to turn on their rating so you can get your audience to them.
Yeah.
It's actually difficult, surprisingly.
Yeah, I'm like, answer my DM, damn. You turn your rating on right now. Oh my god. Thank you guys so much. That is the double fight milk. Hot diggity damn.
It's a triple.
Oh, I don't need, dude. I think I've done it once, and that was on my birthday in 2020 or 2021.
Whoa. Okay.
That's
What would be the
impossible.
level for triple fight milk?
I don't. Okay, so back in the day, it was like I just did every 1,000 super chats was a fight milk. So then I lowered double because it's just so outrageous to hit it. So if I did the same layered system, it would be like 450 away or something for triple. But I don't even know if I have that many eggs, man. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know if I have that many. And that was the closest
For the
I ever was.
potential where we can experience Camelot doing a triple fight milk, we are 450 away. Let's get it done, guys.
That's the gift.
Because if there's a potential that I can actually experience the triple fight milk,
It's the gift.
which needs to be a rarity, guys. So this would be like a rare, like, unicorn moment, potentially, if he has enough eggs. Let's make it happen, and let's get him the extra 450. So either he can do the triple fight milk now, or you give him 450 and he has enough money for getting more eggs for next time.
Yeah, because they're expensive. No, yeah, I agree. Chatter saying Steph's the ultimate like grifty hot man. I agree. She's just gonna be on all my shows from now on. Suddenly I just have Ferraris. I'm like, where did all these Ferraris come from? Thank you guys. Yeah, but anyways, real quick, let me throw a love you, Matt. You're goated, you're crazy. Thank you so much. This guy's
Please,
amazing.
let's try and make the possibility of a triple fight milk happen. Like, legitimately, I need to see this. We all need to see this. It's like a rare unicorn, dudes. Let's get it done. Who? Hang on a minute. So, Matt, do you have a response for that? You want to invest a little bit more and we can get like the unicorn triple fight milk situation going on? I mean, come on.
I think he's almost he's almost maxed out, I think. Maybe. Does
anyone else have a response? I mean, come on.
Yeah. There used to be people in here that were freaking crazy. I had one guy that would create account after account, just doing it over and over and over. I'm like, you crazy, man. Crazy bastard. But I appreciate you guys regardless. It's crazy and it's way too much. I don't deserve that shit. So I love you. I appreciate you. I agree, Alonzo. It won't let me. Yeah, see, that's what I thought, Matt. He's like, it won't let me, bro. Like, he's penguined out, boys. He's penguined out. I appreciate you so much, my friend. 14 likes from the goal. We'll be doing some double fight milk here for you here very shortly. And by we, I mean me. Thank you. And then John Gordon says, when do we get Gosney to do Naked Snake? I've been meaning to ask Steve for like 100 years. And I have a whole list of people like that I go down.
Steve, where you at?
And then I don't do it for like 2 weeks because I'm racing and then I forget everything. So,
dude, did you see Meme Copium's tweet earlier on?
Let me look. I can look at it right now. Hold on. I probably saw it, but let's just make sure.
Oh, it was like the best ever. Hang on.
Oh, yeah. When he just passes out or something. Yeah, I saw that earlier. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, can we show that to the audience? Because if you've not seen it, Steve, I love you, mate. But this meme is like.
But was it real? Was this real?
Yeah, it's real. It's from last night's Epic Friday on Legal Vices on Jeff's stream.
He died, I guess. Looks like he died.
Oh yeah, totally. But I love how he does it to the sound.
Hold on.
How he edits it to the sound. Meme Copium, like genius.
just dies, man. Just straight up dies. Wow. Hot DDM.
But do you know what? Just seeing it on its own, it's funny, it's hilarious. But
Yeah.
with that like Windows little doodah, it's like chef's kiss at this point.
Yeah.
Imcopium, you've outdone yourself, mate.
Dude, that has happened to me so many times on stream where now usually what I have a bed right here in my studio. I don't know why it's in here, but it's like a blow up mattress for when I used to have a real big house parties. And if I get real messed up, I'll just mute my mic and go crawl over there and die. So that's usually what I do. There's been so many times where I woke up and I was still in the studio and I'm the only person in there because I died a long time ago. When I used to get on the Flashcast every week, I would just be dead the whole time. 9 likes from the Goal Boys real quick.
Yes! How much are we away from Triple Fight Milk?
Shit. I don't know. 440, 430. Shit, I don't know.
430, guys. Let's make it happen, please. Please make me happy. You want to make me happy? I want to see Triple Fight Milk now. She's like Lil Jon. She's Lil Jon?
Man. Yeah. You don't remember Lil Jon?
From who?
No. The old, he was like a hot man rapper guy in the 2000s. Lil Jon, the East Side Boys. You don't remember that song by Usher? Yeah. Shorty got down low. Got that beer. Is that just didn't go over there to the UK?
Not really, no. That didn't translate over this end, Pond. I don't think so, no, not really.
What about Turn Down for What? Turn Down for What? Beep, 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 beep. That song? That was Lil Jon. What? What do y'all listen to? Paul McCartney and shit?
What? What was that?
It's just Paul McCartney.
It's like, are you having like a spaz attack right now? Are you okay?
That's what it sounds like.
Do we need to call 911? Like, do we need to get like the men in white coats? Because I'm legitimately like concerned for you right now.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. So I have to go get my fight milk. It's 2 freaking floors down. Or no, it's only 1. We're good. It's in the kitchen. So I'm going to put you on big screen and I want you to tell everybody where they can follow you. And I want one of my mods, maybe Holy Ozone, I see you, to shill her link for her YouTube or anything else that she has to follow, Twitter, YouTube, all that good stuff. And I'm going to go get my fight milk. So get on it, doggone it. Here you go.
Hey up, everyone. Oh my goodness. Yeah, proper full screen there. Hey up. I suppose if you liked what was coming out of my gob, and why wouldn't you? Because, hello, my logic is undeniable. Then, yeah, you can see more of me and what comes out of my gob on my own YouTube channel, youtube.com/Stef the Alter Nerd. I'm your nerdy alternative when it comes to royal news and gossip. Do you like Megxie and Hazard, otherwise known as Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, or do you not like them? I largely don't like them. I'm definitely then the YouTuber for you. Come on over. We have fun. We talk about them. We talk about the royal family. And we do a little bit of gaming as well. So usually when I do a live stream, I'll talk about the main topic. And then afterwards, I do a little bit of gaming. And a lot of shits, motherfuckers, bastards come out of my gob when I'm losing or dying or being hurt. And it's not fun because I'm not winning. So... yeah, hop on over. If I just double check, we are about 130 new subscribers away from 71,000. So anything you can do to help our community get closer to 71,000. Mucho appreciato. But I want to say thank you really to everyone that's tuned into today's stream here and has given me like a chance just to hear me out. And you guys largely, I mean, I'm looking at the chat and you guys have been so kind and so welcoming to this gobby Yorkshire lass, and so I just want to thank you. I'm very, very grateful. So thank you to you guys, and thanks to Camelot for inviting me. Appreciate you, buddy.
I like the word gobby.
Yeah,
gobby
means mouthy, means this.
Oh,
mouthy.
That makes sense. Gobby, Gabby, yeah. Gobby, Gabbin. Yeah. All right. So I have some expertly rare breed barrel proof wild turkey, 116 proof, a bourbon whiskey. So I got to be real careful with this bullshit because it'll kill me. So we got 2 of those.
Yeah, don't be careful.
Don't.
Let's not be careful.
And then because
like I want to see the full fantasy with this.
And then we have Fairlife protein, lactose-free milk. Not for any reason. I'm not lactose intolerant, but it's got high protein. So that's what we're going with that. And then we have some eggies. So thank you guys so much. Thanks to Stef for being a hot man today and getting us to double fight milk for the first time in forever. Let's do it. Here we go. Let me go ahead and make it, and then we'll turn the music on. And then we'll be rating Yellow Flash. So don't leave, guys, because Yellow Flash will be live all night long. Yeah. All right.
I'm actually quite excited for this, guys. It's like I'm waiting in anticipation.
It's real gross. The wild turkey is going to be interesting, so we'll see what happens.
Okay.
There's one. There's the first oog. I hate when I get shell though, because I always swallow the shell, but I never taste it when I swallow it.
Oh.
So that's fine.
Dude, you can crack an egg with one hand. Respect.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
You know how many times I've done this?
No, that's the point. This is the first time I'm witnessing this. So thanks, guys, for making this happen.
We just keep going forever. All right.
And ever, and ever,
Yeah.
and ever, ever.
Oh,
and
there
ever,
it goes.
ever.
There it goes. Fuck. There goes the shell. I saw him. All right. So there's a little bit of shell in there. Not too bad. Hopefully it doesn't choke me.
Hey, a little bit of texture, a little bit of crunchiness ain't all bad.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Crunch. I actually have a rag today. It's cool.
Just as long as there's no hair, then we're all right. We don't want to be flossing our teeth. No.
Mm-mm.
No.
No ass hair. Here
No.
we go. Here's some milkies. We'll put it up to here. That's probably pretty good. That's a big old bitch right there.
Wow.
It's not too cold. Man, I get a brain freeze sometimes, and it makes it almost impossible. All right, here we go. And then the good old-fashioned single barrel wild turkey 116 proof bourbon whiskey. So
116 proof.
Yeah.
I didn't know that alcohol could be over 100%.
Well, it's 116 proof, which is 60% alcohol.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which is brutal.
I totally misunderstood that.
The most
absinthe levels, though, really, to be fair. So it ain't that brutal.
The most I've ever had was 65. That's probably about 2 shots. Let's just give it a little bit more for measure. What most I ever had was 65 proof, and I drank 4 shots and blacked out. It was rough. Also, I hadn't eaten enough that day either. But
well, yeah. That probably contributed to not eating as well, blacking out.
All right.
Do you not mix it?
No.
Wow. Okay.
It's very curdly at the top, as you can see.
Dude, it is, and a little bit at the bottom as well. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it'll be all right though. Ain't my first rodeo. All right, boys, get ready for the milk, the double milk. I shouldn't gip, okay, because I've done this before. But if I gip,
then I'm laughing out loud.
It's against YouTube's it's against YouTube's TOS for some reason to throw up on camera, and I'll never understand why. It'll just demonetize, which is that's every stream ever. We talked about slobber pockets immediately. So what do you say, slobber pocket? Yeah, demonetized. All right, here we go, boys. Time for some gipping ass double milks. Hope you guys are radio. See, I've already been drinking. Make sure you like the show, boys. I appreciate you. Make sure you follow Steph on all the things, because she's been one of, if not the best guest I've had ever. One of the best. I appreciate you. Been a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Let's get on it.
Let's get on it.
Here we go. It's time for some of that milk. Lord of the Ree, love you. They, them live. I appreciate y'all. Check it out, Lord of the Ree on Rumble. It's time for double fight milk for the first time since CAMELCAST 7 or 6. We're on CAMELCAST 50 today. It's time for double fight milk. Are you guys ready? All right, hold on. It's gonna get on me, so gotta get up my mental.
I'm doing it for you, mate. Like legit.
Here we go, boys.
I'm not even breathing. Like, I'm holding my breath on this. Oh! Down it, down it, down it, down it, down it, down YouTube. Piss off. I'm dry hurling. Oh. I ain't even done that fight milk, but watching it, I'm giving. Again, YouTube human reviewer, I am not throwing up. Woo. This is just dry hurling, but shit the bed, dude.
Oh. That was a rough one.
Oh.
Woo,
Oh my goodness. Whoa.
Ooh, that's one of the roughest ones I've ever had, easily. That wild turkey's no fucking joke, man.
Oh my goodness. I felt like you did gip a little bit whilst you were gulling it down.
There was when the like third egg hit.
Yeah. It was towards the end. I saw a little bit with your throat.
When the third egg hit, I was like, ooh, but I was able to gather myself up. Awesome.
Oh my goodness.
There was a gold boy somewhere in there. Hold on. Lord Nugget Woogie. Kyle said she's simping for Camelot. When did that happen? I mean, I appreciate it though. What's up? All right, thank you, Kyle.
Sorry, I'm not simping for Camelot. We're gooch. But no.
See, now you broke my heart. All right. Samantha says
I don't beat around the bush.
I do. What's up? I missed about her show. My notifications didn't pop up. Love you. Thank you, Samantha. I appreciate it. That's been
I'm
a problem.
probably the wrong girl though, because I don't have a bush.
No, damn. I'm all about that 70s lifestyle. Matt Fortune, you're welcome. Thank you, man.
Hey, thank you, Matt.
Oh, look, they're still
you
coming.
put it over the goal for it to be a double fight milk. So yeah.
I'm trying to get off the stream. These bastards just keep going.
Keep going. How long can we stay on the stream?
Oh, Neanderthal says, "Sexy Beast, I appreciate you. Love you. Thank you so much, my friend. You're goated. You're goated. He's the man with the plan." Neanderthal. Thank you. And we got to give a special shout out to Matt Fortune for the biggest super chat we've had in a long time. Oh, God, they just keep going. Thank you, Matt. I love you. I feel the alcohol like I spilled a little bit on my chest and it's like burning a little. I shaved
from the inside right now.
I shaved my chest like recently, like earlier today, and I think it's hitting my pores. Ben Hennigar, that was top shelf fat milk like a pro. Yeah, wild turkey is a little expensive. This bottle was, and I don't think all of it is, but this was like $40 or $50, I think. So I was gonna get Yellowstone. It was like 60. It was like a different Yellowstone, but I told Nick I was just gonna get wild turkey, and he was like, "Yeah, dude," because I always text Nick Ricada if I have any recommendations I need. Thank you, Ben. I love you, and thank you, Kyle. I meant hyping you up. That makes way more sense. She would definitely hype him. I was like, I didn't ever feel any of that, and I feel it. I can feel it, No, I felt normal. Felt like two bros taking their shirts off. Like bros do,
Yeah, right.
Nothing gay.
No.
That's if we're not drinking, then nothing gay usually happens.
That's your logic. Okay,
Yeah.
good luck to you.
There's literally been situations where I'd be like platonic friends with a girl for like over a year. Like one of my chicks I hooked up with, like one of her mutual friends, happened to be hanging out at the house, and we're both drinking. And this has only happened like once, but this girl like that was supposed to be like more of a lesbian we were both drunk. She was a very attractive lady. And she had short pixie hair and stuff. And she like was just like, we were sitting across from me and I'm drunk. She's drunk. She's like, "You want to fuck?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." And we just, I was like, well, goddamn.
Fair enough.
It's pretty hilarious. And we were just bros. Terry says, "My love, my endless love." Thank you for the Rumble $10 rant. Appreciate you. And Renee Galarza Dimiga is next.
What does that mean?
I have no idea, but it sounds sexy. Thank you, Renee. Love
Renee,
you.
could you send another super chat just to kind of explain what that means? Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I'm trying to get off this show and gip. Thank you guys so much. There's no such thing as a platonic girlfriend. Yeah, no, because I kind of agree. It was wicked. It was wicked. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I can't believe this song is this long. Just turn it off. I appreciate you guys. One of the biggest popping office streams I've had in a long time. I love you. I appreciate you. Now I'm gonna be straight with you. I really needed a good, fun stream. I've been kind of down in the dumps lately. So I appreciate you. I love you. Awesome show. I'm so excited. I'm gonna get off and gip a little, and then get some food in me. So I appreciate you, and most of all, I appreciate Stef the Altar Nerd for being an awesome guest. I didn't know what to expect, but it was great immediately from the beginning. And Renee says Demagogue is a YouTube creator. Send me the link, Renee, and Twitter.
Nice.
Thank you so much, Renee. I love you for a go boy. They just keep coming. Until next time, get the hell on it, doggone it. Make sure you follow Stef on all the things. We're gonna raid Yellow Flash, and I'll see you guys over there. I might pop into that stream because I used to do the Saturday show every Saturday, but then I got too drunk every Saturday. So thank you guys so much. Love you. Get the hell on it, doggone it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in a very, very spicy video, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Get on it, doggone it. Bye.
Bye.